some more air in your bubble. If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful.
Those I can't catch a break guys, get them the f away from me. I can't be around those guys. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't buy it. Because everybody has bad breaks. I've had a ton of bad breaks. But you know what I did? I stayed up. And I thought through it.
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it.
I've f***ed up everything I've ever done 100 times. There's no other way to do it. And I've had a bunch of shitty breaks. Everybody has. But you got to realize when you have those shitty breaks what that is. Bro, you got to fucking stop. You got to stop with all this I can't catch a break bull. All the time you're complaining, you could be instead hustling. You could be instead chasing your dream. You could be instead figuring out what you're doing wrong, trying to improve certain aspects of your life, getting your together, reading a book, meditating, something.
He's hooked. He's hooked. Damn, Ron, come on. What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
What do you think most people get wrong about motivation?
There is no tomorrow.
They think it's a permanent fix. They think it's something that is
What do you think most people get wrong about motivation?
They think that maybe once I get it, they think it's something fix. They think it's something that is. And that's the thing about that I was talking about. They think nothing is permanent. Nothing is permanent. And a lot of times you have to learn to perform without motivation. You have to learn to perform without purpose. You have to learn to perform a lot of different things. And that's what people think. They think I need to have this motivation to work out, to study, to be better. So if they don't have it, they just don't do it. And that's where you fail.
That's why losing in life is so important. Whether it's getting dumped, getting fired, losing a game, loss, those feelings where things didn't work out your way, that's important because it lets you know this is the bad feeling that comes when it goes wrong and you improve, and then it makes the good feelings of victory all the better.
You have to suffer. You have to make that a tattoo on your brain so when that hard time comes again, you don't forget it.
If you want to be ordinary, you ain't even got to listen to me. Just go on about your business. If you think ordinary's cool, ain't no problem. It's some really, really wonderful ordinary people. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're going to have to do extra. You put extra on top of ordinary and you come up with extraordinary. It's no other way. You have to decide if you are willing to do the things to put you in that category. Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't even 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was sleep.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
People don't get it. There's great joy in the grind, great joy in the suffer. It totally cleanses your body out, man, of any kind of hate. Makes you grow up. And I realize that life isn't fair. It's not fair. And you better figure out some tools and some ways to stop feeling sorry for yourself, because no one is coming to rescue you. No one feels sorry for you.
There's so much opportunity on the other side of being willing to persist for an extended period of time on the correct path without getting positive reinforcement from your environment. And the longer you can stick with something without that positive feedback loop in terms of the big external thing, the easier the opportunities are because so few people can pursue them.
Difficult things make regular life less difficult. And that sounds so simplistic, but particularly physically difficult things. Because when you do things that are physically difficult, the strain of making yourself do those things, it's very valuable. It's not just valuable like exercise and fitness and martial arts and running and whatever you're doing that's really difficult. It's not just valuable in terms of like health and the way you look, but it's also valuable for your mind.
Several people live to be 100 years old, and they have great lives, and they have great kids. Their kids go to college and all sorts of stuff. But somewhere in their life, there was a point where they had a decision to make. They can go left or right on this path. Left was the easy route. Right was the hard route. A lot of people take the easy route. And they had a good life that way, but the better life was going to the right side. And you may have 20 years of pain and suffering to get past it, but a lot of us die never truly starting our journey. You're waking up every morning by yourself, and you're getting after it by yourself, and it's the hidden work. People see 1 minute, video of me running, and like these fighters, they see during the fight or after the fight. They don't see what they deal with every fucking day. I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. I shouldn't be here. Because every day, even though they're the best in the world, that little at 7 or 8 years old is still in there saying, "Oh man, we don't have something. Man, we're not good enough. We shouldn't be here."
You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like, and that's okay. Everything worth doing is hard, and the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you.
I make myself do things that are very uncomfortable, that I don't want to do. And by doing that, I develop this strength and perseverance. And some people hear that and like, I don't even want to do that all the time. You're exhausting me. Like, I'm not you. I don't want to do that. And they just like, it takes them away from that. And I'm like, you don't even have to do that. Mm-hmm. Just go for a walk every day. It sounds like it's easy to do, but there's when that walk comes and you look at your clock, oh, it's 8 o'clock, time to go for that walk. You're like, I don't want to walk. I would just rather play video games. I don't want to walk. I'd rather like read emails. I don't want to walk. I'd rather like scroll through TikTok. But if you just force yourself to go for that walk every day, you will develop mental perseverance. You will develop some tenacity. You'll develop the ability to force yourself into work.
And every day you can fight not wanting to get up, and you do anyway. You chip another piece off that rock, and every day you can eat the right foods, and every day you go to train, you train harder and harder and harder and harder, and you get up earlier, and all these things you do to start forming yourself. You're chipping another piece of that rock up. Before you know it, you have this beautiful piece of artwork that you built.
In everybody's journey, where they are so different because they've started to do new things, that they no longer fit in with their old set of friends, but they're not sufficiently developed that they've gained their new set of friends, and they're unsure. Should I go back? Should I lean back into getting a bag in with the boys on a weekend? Is that the highest, way that I can live my life passion forward? Because that's what everybody else does. And all of my friends are taking the piss. Oh, not drinking again. Too good for us, are we? Not going out again this week. Oh, okay. Well, enjoy staying in home and reading. Fucking nerd. So you're going to feel the pain of being ostracized from the group of friends that you used to have. But you're stuck in this messy middle where you haven't yet worked out who you are on the other side of this. And that lonely chapter that's in the middle is something that I would say almost nobody that I've ever met who has gone from a place where they are to a place where they want to be hasn't gone through.
You can't just go through life just showing up, eating, sleeping, and going to sleep. You're going to get depressed. Like your organism, the human organism, needs problem solving. It needs complex problems. It needs stress. It needs some sort of difficult thing that you have to overcome. And through that, you relax. You can't just have happiness all day. That you have to do those things. You have to suffer. You have to live in it. You have to be comfortable in it.
It takes more effort to start in the beginning, and more people are right about the fact they're like, hey, you're not going to hit it big. And guess what? A month in, you're not. But they're only measuring on months. And at 6 months, you're also not going to have hit it big yet. And they're going to be like, I'm still f***ing right. And at a year, you're still not going to have hit it big. And they'll still be f***ing right. And every day that you haven't hit it, they're going to feel like they were right. But they're wrong. because they're measuring in days and you're measuring in decades.
We need adversity, we need difficulty, we need struggle. You need a weight to carry. And if you don't have any of this, you do not get your character tested. You do not advance in your own perception of who you are in this world and how you engage with all the other people around you.
I want to see that guy who put immersed in hell, and he thought about quitting and leaving, and his wife and his kids, and why am I here? Is it worth it? All this crazy shit, and still said and found out a way to get through it. So basically, that's the bottom line of it all. We all want to read about how we can quickly get somewhere. That's why the 6-minute abs and all sort of shit so powerful. You may get some results from it, but they're not permanent. Life was basically the perfect grounds for training for where you need to go in your life. All the beatings, all the bullying, all the, you going through learning disabilities, all the struggles. It was the absolute perfect training ground for you to go to where you need to go. And that's how I started looking at my life versus woe is me, poopy pants, kick a rock down the street mentality. It was, nah, God just hooked you right the up.
I didn't get here doing everything that I love. I did a load of shit I hate. And I did it for a very long period of time. And I did not have anyone to root me on. And in fact, I had many people who were actively trying to destroy my path and tell me why it was a terrible idea.
For it every day. Doesn't come to you. It's not in 3 easy packages, and it's not the cure to overnight success. And the only way that you go uphill is by self-discipline. So listen to me very carefully. It's impossible for you to have continuous success without having self-discipline in your life. Now, self-discipline enables you to go uphill. You can't go uphill without self-discipline. Nobody will carry you uphill. Nobody can coach you uphill. Nobody can push you uphill. If you go uphill, you got to do it yourself.
You need discipline. You need personal discipline. There's times when you don't feel like doing what needs to be done. But you got to say, feelings has nothing to do with it. This is my dream. This is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to do the things that I don't feel like doing. I'm going to do the things I don't want to do. I'm going to do the things that don't come easy to me, that do not come natural to me. I'm going to get up and do it. You can't live your life on feelings. You're going to have feelings, okay? But you cannot let your feelings dictate what you are or are not going to do today, okay? You got to have personal discipline. We talked about this before. Sometimes 4 years of college and a degree is part of your path to get where you're going, if for no other reason to teach you discipline. I have to study. I have to do finals. I can't go to that party. I can't go to there. I can't do that because I'm having a hard time in chemistry. It doesn't come easy. And so I've got to discipline myself, and I have to sit down and I have to spend this evening studying so I can pass that test tomorrow while all my friends are out partying and having fun. You got to have some personal discipline. Sometimes the only thing that keeps people in life from succeeding is just a lack of discipline. And, people, they go the route of motivation. You cannot set yourself up to depend on being motivated. Because motivation is what? What's motivation? Motivation is a feeling. That's somebody pumping up your feelings to get you encouraged to do what you should do. Or what happens when you don't have the motivation? You just have personal discipline.
When it comes down to it, success has nothing to do with potential. It's all about the perseverance of somebody. That will override any endeavor. If you throw it against the wall, eventually something will stick. You guys that have this potential, don't have this potential, that dies. What continues to last forever is a perseverance to always show up. That's what champions do. Every single champion is the same as every ordinary person. The only differential is that they show up to the event every single day. They see failure as a learning curve. They welcome failure. You learn more from failure than you ever will from success. So showing up and getting knocked on your ass, finding intestinal fortitude, stand back up and re-face that endeavor is going to be the overriding factor that makes a difference.
People need to have purpose to get up. They need purpose to perform. You need to get to a point in your life where there's nothing on the docket. There's no 5K, there's no, I'm gonna get into school to be this or that, and still perform to the highest level. But what's funny about it all is that we need these things to perform. But we don't take a second to realize the purpose is always there. The purpose never leaves us because the very purpose is you. You are always the purpose. There may be another purpose, like being a SEAL or going to college or whatever, but the main purpose in life is you. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself. So that's the only purpose I need.
Use pain as a fuel. Imagine if you could use the pain as a passport. Imagine if you could use the pain to push you, to condition you, to prepare you for the stages and the rooms you got to walk into and the tables you got to sit at and the stages you have to stand on. What if the pain could make you better? What if the pain could build muscle? What if the pain could cause you to reach higher, to leap farther, to run faster? What if the pain could help you? What if all pain isn't hurt, but it's help?
We're built to walk uphill. And when you reach the pinnacle of the hill, you want to stop and appreciate the vision. But the next thing you want is a higher hill in the distance, because it's from the uphill climb that we derive our value. And I mean this technically. So almost all the positive emotion we feel, that's experienced in relationship to a goal. And so in some sense, you want a goal that you can never attain, right? So you can always move closer to the goal that recedes as you move towards it. You think, well, that's frustrating. It's like Sisyphus pushing the rock uphill. But it's not, because as you pursue that goal, you put yourself together and your life does get better and richer and more abundant.
We're running from the truth, man. So the only way I became successful was going towards the truth. As painful and as brutal as it is, it changed me. It allowed me to become, in my own right, who I am today. All the pain and suffering that they put on top of me in Hell Week, I will reverse that pain and suffering, and I will take your soul. So every instructor that put me through BUD/S, my job, what drove me, was I wanted you to go home that night after you beat the living shit out of me, and I smiled in your face. I wanted you to feel worse than I did, and you were going home to a nice warm bed with your wife or your kids and a nice meal, and I was still out there in the grip, suffering for another 100 hours. I wanted you to think about me knowing that I'm comfortable being very uncomfortable.
The thing about transformation is you have to do it. You've got to put in the work when nobody cares. You know, nobody cared if I practiced. Nobody cared if I worked out. I didn't have parents who are like, hey, you know, Dan, you got to go to the gym. Oh, hey, Dan, you know, go out and run some sprints. Nobody cared. If you want to transform, you have to do the work if nobody cares. There's only one person who has to care. That's you. You've got to care. You've got to want. And the reason I think is different for everybody to want. Some comes out of pain. Some comes out of, you know, I want to prove somebody wrong. And then I think some people just have that switch inside.
Let them all talk, let them all make their noise, because at the end of the day, you are the only one who has the guts. We have the guts to go to work and show up every single day, day in and day out, putting in the work. You fight through the noise, you fight through the fatigue, you fight through it all, you stay extremely intensely focused on the goal. And once you fight through that fatigue, you fight through the noise, on the other side of that is your goals. On the other side of that is the accomplishment. On the other side of that is your greatness.
If you have a sufficiently noble purpose, the suffering will justify itself. And I think that's empirically testable. And I do believe it's the case, because I've watched people do very difficult things. And what that shows is that if you turn around and you confront the suffering voluntarily, you find out that you are way tougher than you think. It's not that life is better than you think. Life is as harsh as you think. It might even be worse, but you are way tougher than you think if you turn around and confront it. And so then what you discover is that there's a spirit within you that can pursue something meaningful, that has the resilience and the strength to contend properly with the catastrophe of existence without becoming bitter.
If you're feeling pain, keep going. If your lungs are working, keep going. You hurt, you grow, you go. And from the bottom of my heart, keep it moving and conduct your business.
My biggest fear in life is that there is a final resting place in this world, and there's a final judgment, and you talk to something much bigger than you. I don't want to sit down and have a conversation with someone with something that says, you're in heaven, this is what you should have been on earth. And are you really in heaven now, or are you in hell? A lot of us speak in hollow words. I used to speak in hollow words. I don't do it anymore. Everything that comes out of my mouth has substance. It's real. And we all have these feelings in our bodies, in our minds, in our souls. I act on mine. A lot of us who are afraid of something, we allow our minds to choose the path of least resistance, so we go a different route. When I'm afraid of something, it's telling me you must conquer that. You must do that.
Yeah.
You have to go that way. And most of us don't understand that mentality. We go left, and we wonder why we haven't fulfilled something in our lives.
You've just gone through a breakup, and it's the worst thing you've ever been through because you haven't had the time and the experience yet to develop worse and to turn around and look at that in relation to the realities of a long life well lived. And one day you're going to try and look back and you're going to say, that really wasn't such a disaster. And in fact, that was probably the best thing ever happened to me.
I get it. The pain is unbearable. You keep playing it back in your head. The situation is on repeat. Over and over and over, you keep trying to see where you went wrong. You feel like you can't take the pain anymore. What you gonna do? Are you gonna prove them right? Or are you gonna prove them wrong? Are you gonna show them that failure doesn't define who you are? Are you gonna show them that failure is a necessary lesson on the path to success? Are you gonna show them that you're a beast in this game? You gotta get hungry. You gotta get ready. Get up. It's time to get to work and show them all.
Every time you fail, you have to understand deep down, you're getting trained. You're getting better. You're getting stronger. You're getting more resilient.
You become tough because like you persevere and you continue to do something, or you just really want something fucking bad. Cause like, you know, everybody fails. Like every fucking champion, every like great fighter, whatever, like they all have failures. It's just, you know, some of them choose to use that as like drive to like, you know, continue to fucking train, you know, at fucking 11 o'clock at night when everybody else is, you know, watching TV. And, you know, some of them just kind of like chalk it up as like, okay, well, I'm just not tough enough and quit, you know? So it's like, you can go one of two directions, but I think your adversities are what give you that fuel to, you know, become confident or become, you know, successful or whatever the fuck it is that you want to go after.
Focus on intention, ignore distraction, use your mind differently. Look for, so if you're going to stop doing what poor people do, stop looking at the obstacle in every opportunity. And instead, do what rich people do. What do? We look for the opportunity in every obstacle. Because an obstacle, by its very nature, creates an opportunity. Why? Because the law of polarity is a law that governs, that's part of God's automation. So if there's something negative, there has to be something positive. Like, that's the other side of the coin. There's no wet without dry. There's no hot without cold. There's no up without down. There's no potential for gain if there's no potential for loss. There's no opportunity if there is no obstacle. So, because that's the case, I'm going to use my mind to focus on finding the opportunity in this obstacle that's in front of me.
So winning is important.
Winning is everything. It really is. And anyone that says
taking part isn't everything.
Taking part's important because you need to learn to lose. Because learning to lose makes you want to win. And that's the reality of it, and that's a winner's mindset. You know, you could have not everyone can be a winner, but it doesn't hurt to want to be a winner. You know, there's an old-fashioned saying where you shoot for the stars, and if you achieve something up there, you've done well. Same thing. Try and win. But if you enter a competition where there's no winner, well, you're not going to try.
Yeah.
And if you don't try, what's the point?
Well, manifestation is a very, very small part of your day. So if it becomes anything more than 30 minutes of your day, then it's mental masturbation. The key is to get the outcome clear so that you can start to be guided towards it. You cannot go and find the destination if you haven't marked it on a map. If you don't know where you're going, you will never get there. So first, you must have a very clear vision of where you want to go. And every day you must think about that vision. And that is it. And that must be followed by tremendous action to go and get those things. So if it's any more than 30 minutes a day manifestation or any of that other stuff, you're overdoing it. You spend your 30 minutes, you write down your goals, you look at them every day, you envision that life, you breathe it into your head, and then you go and you do as much as you can for that day to get towards that vision. Then you clock off and you do it all again.
And everybody knows what's right. Everyone's just kind of fucking doing what they want over what they're being called to become and called to do. So it's just going to be like a man is his habits and his character. And if you're embarrassed of any of your daily habits, get the fuck rid of them. Regret's your guideline. If you regret anything you did today, don't do it tomorrow, and so on and so forth. If you overate last night, you regret it today, don't do it today. If you drank, you regret it, it's got to go. Regret's your guideline. Whatever you regret has to go.
If you really want to stop dabbling, you know, it's somebody who said they want to lose weight, but when no one's watching, they're eating the wrong food. Or someone says they want to start the business, but when no one's watching, they're binging out on Netflix. You know, if you're that person, and I'm not knocking you, if that's who you are, enjoy it, live it, but don't say you want it. Don't talk out of two sides of your mouth. Like, either go all in, burn the boats and do it, or just accept the life that you have. Like, I hate to be real, but you can't lose weight and not work out and eat bad. Like, it just doesn't, or you can't make more money, have Ed's life or someone else's life that you see. You can't have that without putting the work in. So if you're going to put the work in, you have to have the mindset to be committed and dedicated to it, right? We have to be disciplined.
You don't have to win all your fights, but you do have to fight all your fights. What a huge lesson in life, right? Because that tells you that some days you're going to win and some days you're going to lose. I'm not saying losing's a great thing you should aspire to, but you're going to lose sometimes. And you're not going to win all your fights. But when you lose, get up.
Now I view failure, if you can call it failure, I see it as, I call it golden opportunities. Believe it or not, when we face obstacles or tribulations or failures or anything that can come our way, those are the opportunities that I view as gold. These are the opportunities, and you can see it as such, that will really bring out the best in you, that will really bring to the surface those areas in your life that have the power to drag you down. The letter K in my book is kryptonite. Okay. We've heard about Superman and how he can fly and how he can, you know, his eyes, the lasers, and so on and so forth. And we all think, wow, Superman, invincible. But he has one kryptonite. Yeah, kryptonite. And so we all have kryptonite in our lives. And it comes in different shapes and forms. The quicker we learn to identify what that kryptonite is in our lives, the quicker we can deal with it, and the less harm it will have upon us.
Most of you guys aren't losers because you just happen to be a loser. You're a loser because you chose to be a loser. Your decisions have made you a loser. If you choose your decisions carefully, you can choose the decisions of a winner and a loser. And most of you guys are choosing to make decisions that the 99% make. The peasant decisions, right? The peasant decisions. And if you make the peasant decisions, you're gonna have the same outcome as peasants. So most people don't wanna take accountability for their life, right? They look at their life and they say, oh, well, I'm just a byproduct of some other man's decisions, some system, some government. But when you understand that all these things are man-made constructs, You can bypass them. It's very simple.
Thomas Lasorda said 50% of the people don't care about your problems. The other 50% glad you got them. So in other words, nobody cares about you but you. Nobody can make you successful but you. If you don't believe in you, why should I? If you're not going to invest in you, why should I? You are with you every single day. You know you better than anybody else, but you want someone to invest in you that hasn't spent one moment with you? If you're not willing to do that? Of course you wouldn't. You believe in you. Take the advice, the hard work, the discipline, and the dedication, and go be successful. You don't need to be an NFL player. You don't need to be an entertainer. You can be successful in your own right if you believe you can. I believe I was going to go be an NFL player, and I set that course of action. Now, do you believe that you can go be the best salesman that you possibly can be? It's not about, that's all it's about. It's you versus you.
You know, people get up every day, they do the same thing, they tell themselves they're going to change their life one day, and they never do. I'm going to change mine.
What would you do if you weren't afraid? I love thinking about that when I'm thinking about big life decisions. Like, what would I do if I weren't afraid? And it's usually like the big one, the bigger thing that I really want to do, but I'm afraid to do it. It's like, that's what I should do. Like, what would I do if I weren't afraid? And what would I do if I knew I couldn't fail?
Well, you should be afraid of taking risks and pursuing something meaningful. But you should be more afraid of staying where you are if it's making you miserable. It's like the first thing you want to do is dispense with the idea that you get to have any permanent security outside of your ability to contend and adapt. It's the same issue with children. It's like you're paying a price by sitting there being miserable. And you might say, well, the devil I know is better than the one I don't. It's like, don't be so sure of that. The clock is ticking. Yeah, and if you're miserable in your job now and you change nothing, in 5 years, you'll be much more miserable and you'll be a lot older.
If you play it safe, you're going to exist. You only get to live when you take risk. Ain't no living in safety. You can't be the man if you don't jump. You can't be top dog unless you fight the other dog. Ain't nobody finna give you the championship. You don't win the title without coming to the fight. You don't win the fight without training.
Following your dreams is a lonely, solitary, scary, dangerous pursuit. You can't wait for somebody to think you can do it. And you got to be willing to risk everything to become that seed of what you believe is in there. You got to be fearless. You got to be relentless.
Risk used to drive me right up the wall. I used to say, what if this happens? It's called the language of the poor. What if this happens? And on top of that, if this was to happen, look at the fix I'd be in. I better not try. Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life when I finally discovered it's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive.
You need to put yourself in uncomfortable situations and uncomfortable scenarios, okay? If you do easy things, you will have a hard life. If you do hard things, you will have an easy life. Let me say it again. If you do easy things, you will have a hard life. If you do hard things, you will have an easy life. As a man, you have to understand that we as men, we do better in environments where we are uncomfortable, okay? You put pressure on a rock, it turns into a diamond.
You gotta let go of that stuff from the past because it just doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is what you choose to be now.
The comfort zone is dangerous. When you're comfortable, you are at most danger. The comfort zone is somewhere you should never feel comfortable. You should be happy and dissatisfied.
Anybody ever tell you, hey, look, you know what? Just be satisfied with what you got. Don't believe them. Get them away from you. You should never be satisfied with what you got. Because the attempt to get more makes you into something better. Don't let anybody tell you, hey, man, you know, you should just be happy with, no! Nobody knows but you. You can't get advice on what you should do with your life, right? Nobody knows what you are. Like, even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You got to take your shot. As much as you want people to agree and you want the people around you to be supporting your dreams and all, it's not going to be like that all the time. You got to do it alone. And people will help you, and when you get the ball rolling, people will jump on. But if you don't believe, nobody else is going to believe.
But one of the things that really motivates me, or one of my most powerful motivational frames, is thinking about the person that I want to become as the destination. And thinking like, I want to be bulletproof. I want to be bulletproof in these ways. I want to be bulletproof in my marriage. I want to be bulletproof in my business, etc. And I think about that man, whoever I want him to be. Like we said, hell is when you look at who you could have been and realize that you're not that person. And then I think, if I were to make that man, what would I put that man through to make him who he is? Like, it wouldn't be easy times. It wouldn't be quick wins. It wouldn't even be easy wins. It would be the toil and the struggle of achieving and reaching for things that are right out of grasp, that are right above my threshold, and continuing to do that to like lift the weight, to build the muscle, to break it down and do it over and over again, because like that's what creates the character traits that are the man that I want to be. And so when I'm going through those like really harder times, I like to think of like looking in my mental mirror of like, I'm making you. I'm not there yet, but I'm making you.
See, look, one thing I want you to promise me is that no matter how long it takes, keep going. No matter how much it hurts, keep going. So you was placed on this earth for a reason. You weren't meant to be average. You were meant to excel. You gotta understand that this grind is meant to make you who you're supposed to be, a dog. A little grind ain't never hurt nobody. Stop being soft. Let's embrace it. If you go through that fire, you're gonna come out real cold. That's what we want.
So I wanted to project myself forward to age 80 and say, okay, now I'm looking back on my life. I want to have minimized the number of regrets I have. And you know, I knew that when I was 80, I was not going to regret having tried this. I was not going to regret having wanted, trying to participate in this thing called the internet that I thought was going to be a really big deal. I knew that if I failed, I wouldn't regret that. But I knew the one thing I might regret is not ever having tried. And I knew that that would haunt me every day. When I thought about it that way, it was an incredibly easy decision.
When you get older, you think about things. My estimate historically, 80% of the time it ends up in the can like Johnny Shack. No risk, no reward.
Did I take enough risk? Did I put myself out there enough?
You definitely didn't.
What's that?
You definitely did not. And here's how I know it. At least, again, one man's point of view. I'm not sure anybody is taking enough risk from 20 to 30. It is the most interesting thing that I've been thinking about, which is it is never more practical to be disproportionately risky than from 22 to 30, yet everybody goes the other way because now they're the real world and it's time to prove something to their parents, to themselves, to everybody else, and everybody goes conservative.
And that's when I realized that there's two ways to see the world. Some people see the thing that they want, and some people see the thing that prevents them from getting the thing that they want.
This next 5-year window is when you don't go practical and safe. This is not the time to get the job mom wanted you to. This is the time to realize that you have a 5-year window, and it's 3 for some, it's 8 for others, but this is a 5-year window for you to attack the life that you want to win.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
This is why I'm a big believer in this, is that when you are starting out, I think you got to find the thing that's the pain. And like, pain motivates significantly faster and stronger than pleasure does. Like, people are like, no, passion's the right way. It's like, point a gun at a family member, all of a sudden, 10 out of 10 motivation. Pain. And so like, I think people should use their pain more.
It wouldn't kill you to try. You know, spending a long time getting a life you would actually want is about 1,000,000 times better than getting a quick turnaround time on a life that you'll forever be disappointed with. You know, playing it safe seems just fine until you get to the last moments of your life and realize all the potential that you threw away. You can never get back. And I will never know from experience what that feels like, but the thought of that realization is haunting.
What matters is, at some point, you have to identify what you want to do, and you've got to become the best in the world at that, period. Not really good, you've got to be the best in the world. So your thing in life, at something, you've got to become the best in the world at it. And if you're not prepared to go in with that mentality, you're never going to get anywhere. I'm speaking to all of you out there that want to do something unbelievable.
So many of us come from these small places in our mind that we're not willing to think outside only what we've seen. Our mind works in such a small compartment. And one thing I was able to do was to dream. And until you're able to really put yourself into that dream, but don't make dreams your master, that's where you truly become what you're destined to become.
So you're always trying to come up with reasons that you don't have to do it today. But if you're building the muscle either way. You're either building the muscle that says, I do what I say, I keep the commitments that I make, or you're building the muscle that says, I make excuses, I don't do what I say, I can't be counted on, right? And so when we think about discipline, it's really about like, what promises are you going to keep? And the tricky thing is you're keeping promises to yourself that nobody even knows that you made, right? It's not like, hey, you made this commitment. If I don't write this book by this time, like, I have to do this embarrassing thing, or, then I'll retire. You're not really putting your ass on the line in that sense, but you've said to yourself, you're going to do this thing, and building that muscle is really important.
You have to take chances in life. If you don't take chances in life, you'll never have the life God has for you. Life is about risk. If you play it safe in life, you ain't gonna have much of a life. If you play it safe, you won't have much of a life. Life is risk. It take courage to pursue your dream. I just did it. It cost me everything, but eventually, God is very good, man, when he sees you take a leap of faith. He supplies you everything you need. Now, it's gonna cost you something, but most people are not willing to pay what it costs to go after your dream, because you're gonna have to hurt a little bit.
So at those times where you're questioning if you have anything left, know a day from then, a week from then, a month from then, a year from then, you will never remember the discomfort of the pain. You will always remember the pride of the accomplishment. That lives on. That's why pain is temporary. Pride is forever, guys. You give it your all, you get it all. Tenfold.
What do you think all success starts with?
Well, the fast answer is mindset. Going back to the only belief that matters, you said it. It's the way you act is ultimately all that matters, and the way you act follows what you allow yourself to believe. Maybe a better way to say it is what you choose to believe. Mm-hmm. So if you choose to believe that your energy and efforts will result in more skill set, then you will actually put energy and effort into getting that, which means you actually will get the skill set. But if you think, well, my talent and intelligence are fixed, so no matter how much I work, I'm never going to get better, right? I can't be a fast pig. Mm-hmm. And if you don't think that putting time and energy into it will yield anything, then you won't put time and energy into it, and you thusly won't get the skills. So, and if you don't have the skills, then you can't do the things other people can do, and so people just get stuck because they don't have the only belief that matters. So they don't put the time and energy. And so that's like where everything starts is, are you putting the time and energy into getting better, yes or no?
Everyone thinks you're crazy until it works. And so, I mean, if you think of the outcome as the trump card, then all of the pain and suffering that you lead up to that point, if you're just, I'm trying to think of an appropriate saying. I was gonna say balls deep certain. that no matter what, you will die or you will get there, then the likelihood that all of the things that you've done up to that point will then be justified in retrospect is super high. And I actually see that as super compelling, as a thing to latch onto in harder times.
Seconds ago, pain, that's just almost like excruciating. Seconds later, it like flows out of you like you just pulled the plug when you're sick and all the water and all the pressure just goes. It is a greater feeling than what the pain was. I mean, the pain you felt doing that, man, is overridden with pride. And when you feel you pull that plug and all the water goes out and all the pain leaves, because what's left there after all the water leaves is more capable of you. More capable. So don't let the pain rob you of your potential, guys. Don't let what you can't do in the moment interfere with what you know you can do. I mean, don't let the pain can rob you of your belief of what you can be. Because your body hears everything your mind says. And anytime you have any kind of discourse, or you can be subject to the discomforts of the situation, your body remembers that, and your body's just a messenger. Now, with the purity right here, it just delivers whatever this says. If you start thinking you can't do it, and that pain's like, oh, it feels, I can't do the pain. You think that body's going to tell your brain, the boss of the world, hey, man, no, we can do it? Bullshit. It's like a little bitch your body is. It's just like, okay, we're done then. Your body hears everything your mind says. Don't even give it a chance to think that kind of shit.
My father could have been a great comedian, but he didn't believe that that was possible for him. And so he made a conservative choice. Instead, he got a safe job as an accountant. And when I was 12 years old, he was let go from that safe job. And our family had to do whatever we could to survive. I learned many great lessons from my father, not the least of which was that you can fail at what you don't want. So you might as well take a chance on doing what you love.
The reason I'm gonna get what I want out of life is because, unlike most, I'm willing to have nothing in the moment. Of course, it feels worlds better to have something right now, but unfortunately, what most people really want is not what's available right now. Those people with the best relationships, the best health, the best careers, it's because they were completely unwilling to settle for anything less than that. And you might think I'm overly optimistic because most people don't get those great outcomes, but I'm not most people, and you don't have to be either.
Most of us, we live in a box, and we don't want to go outside that box at all, ever. Outside that box is all these possibilities of life. What we do is we shackle our mind. We are a prisoner in our own mind that this is all I can do. This is all I'm good at. What people understand is that they live for themselves, not knowing that you have the power within yourself to change millions of lives by facing life, by facing yourself.
What if it's a mistake? It's a mistake. Rest assured. What do you know? You're going to stumble around, right? And what's going to happen is this. You're going to move, you're going to not stay in stasis. You're not going to wander around in circles. And I see people like that. They said, well, I never knew what to do, and now I'm 40. It's like, that's not so good. That's not so good. And you might say, well, and there is literature, too, that suggests that people are a lot more unhappy when they look back on their lives about the things they didn't do than they are about the mistakes they made while they were doing things.
We are training kids and people to be soft in a world that continuously gets harder. And it doesn't correlate. Like that guy talking about the tear gas with the SEALs. Is that necessary? I don't know. But what is necessary is you have to build a person that can withstand the pressures of whatever they're going to be dealing with in life. And we don't do that. I'm not trying to send a message of run 200 miles, be the best motherfucker in the world, but be tough. You better have a part about you that's tough, a part about you that can break down situations and get better.
We actually have to re-embrace risk on a personal level and on a societal level. We have to take the risk of freely exchanging ideas because that's where innovation happens. We have to take the risk of being able to invest and reap the benefits of that risk. In a personal relationship, getting married is a risk. It is foregoing a current benefit for a future gain. Every decision you make is a risk. The biggest risk of all, of course, is the decision to be free and to take responsibility for your own choices. That's a major risk. But if you take that risk, you become a better and a stronger human being, a more contributing human being, a more valuable human being. You feel better about yourself. When we discard risk, we discard meaning. When we are coddled, we discard our own ability to be a fully adult human being. And here's the dirty little secret. No matter how much we try to discard the risk, you can't actually discard risk. It's inevitable because reality entails risk. We can choose to live free rather than coddled. It'll make us better people, more open people, more understanding people. And when we do that, I think that not only will we be saving the country and saving the civilization, we'll be saving ourselves.
But no matter what challenges or setbacks or disappointments you may encounter along the way, you will find true success and happiness if you have only one goal. There really is only one, and that is this: to fulfill the highest, most truthful expression of yourself. Theologian Howard Thurman said it best. He said, "Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what makes you come alive, and then go do that. Because what the world needs is people who have come alive."
There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem. A real problem. I can understand you misunderstand me running down the street, shirt off, fuck this, yeah, I can get it, I get it. If you misunderstand what I'm saying right now today, the problem is you, and you don't want to fix it.
Take charge of your life. Take charge of your time. Take charge of your resources. Take charge of your health. You're the one that's responsible for it. It's not a requirement of society that you not have a heart attack and take care of your family. That's not a requirement of society, but you must make it a requirement of yourself. Society doesn't require that you build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through. That's not a requirement of society. It's a requirement you impose on yourself.
Do things worth doing. And I think a lot of it is coming down to making sure that you take the few precious seconds that we have to do the few things that are worth doing for the rest of your life. They see it as a pure disadvantage. And so you can flip the fact that you have nothing going for you with you have nothing to lose. And that means that you can take lots of risks very quickly and end up in the exact same position you are, which is nothing. And so if you eliminate downside, it should decrease your action threshold, meaning you should be able to do more things faster rather than do fewer things because you don't have a great life or things going for you. And so I think if people flip that, a lot more people would take action because they actually realize the advantage of their position.
Don't be scared to fail, and know wherever you are right now is not who you are, it's just where you are, you know? And if you fall, man, fall forward. Don't fall on your ass. You know, when they say it can't be done, you know, tell them you haven't tried yet. You know, it can't be done by someone else. But I can't say that because I haven't tried it. Then you go try it.
Those who can do, those who can't talk about those who can. I'm gonna say it again. Those who can do, those who can't talk about those who can. Now, can you? Or can you not? Or you just want to sit on the sideline and talk about other people? Or can you step up?
How do you want to live? Stop just waking up like an accident. What do you want? And then once you find out what you want, spend the rest of your natural life waking up and going after it.
I think most people feel really lonely when you want something that doesn't currently exist. And so some people call that dreams, some people call that goals, whatever it is, you're trying to pull something from your mind into reality and you want it done a certain way. And if it's not done that way, it's not what you imagined. And so people on the outside will throw stones and call you names that they think will change your behavior and get you to stop. And the more I have been the person trying to pull things into reality, the more I've tried to weather and build kind of defenses against those things so that when those stones get hurled at you by being called a control freak or by saying you micromanage things or that you have incredibly high standards, the answer is yes, because I want it done right the first time. Because either way, we're going to, if you have enough will, it's going to get done the way that I want it to get done regardless, and it'll be less painful if we just do it right the first time, because we will still have to do it, and you may have to do it 3 or 4 more times, but eventually you will just succumb to the fact that we're going to do it this way. And I think all of the great things that have happened for humanity have been from one man or woman who had an idea and just wouldn't let people shake it from them.
In a world that's changing so quickly, the biggest risk you can take is not taking any risk. And I really think that that's true, right? I mean, a lot of people, I think that, you know, whenever it comes to, whenever you get yourself into a position where you have to make some big shift in direction or do something, you know, there are always people who are going to point to the downside risks of that decision. And locally, they're maybe right? I mean, for any given decision that you're going to make, there's upside and downside. But in aggregate, if you are stagnant and you don't make those changes, then I think you're guaranteed to fail.
So many people do this. They're talking to you on who they want to be. They're lying to you. And they walk away. I've done it so many times. Walk away like, God, man, why can't I just tell him the truth? Why the hell can I just tell him the truth? You know how good it feels for me now to look at you in your eye? And man, I see. Because women won't get this. Women will not get this. Man to man, that man, you look another man in the eye and you know that everything you're saying is real. And it comes from a real working place, something that you earned. It's the best feeling in the world.
You can say that actually happened.
Yes.
Like I know with certainty what I'm saying actually happened.
Actually happened. Who I am and who I say I am. No more lies. No more skirting the truth. No more bullshit. And that is worth every dime I've ever made in my life.
Because if you live in the future, you're anxious. If you live in the past, you're depressed. If you live in the now, you're happy.
That's how you do it, guys. You commit to something. You tell everyone about it. And no matter what, they honk and cheer for you. They get behind you. Instead of being one of those subjective nature losers in life that beats you down because you're doing better than them and you're reminding them of their failures. And here he starts. Get the mind right, the body will follow. Tell the world, get a goal, achievable goal. And then day by day by day, you start to do that goal to make it the reality, guys. It's not guesswork. It's a science of intensity. And if you don't have the intensity, don't come in.
When I was like 17 years old and I didn't know what I wanted to do with my life, as you guys know, I created my Twitch account in 2019. I had one viewer for an entire year. That one viewer was my dad.
Imagine when you're older and your grandkids say to you, Granddad, tell me about what it was like when you were young. And you say, I didn't really do much, to be honest, because I was worried about what other people would think of me. I never took my shirt off because I hated the way I looked. I didn't start that business because I was scared it might fail. Just think about how silly that would sound. You only get one go around at this thing. Blink and you'll miss it. Crack of the whip and then you're gone. So make it worth it.
Your story may not have such a happy beginning, but that doesn't make you who you are. It is the rest of your story, who you choose to be.
And you won't necessarily succeed at everything the first time you try. That's okay. Some of the most successful people in the world are the ones who've had the most failures. J.K. Rowlings, who wrote Harry Potter. Her first Harry Potter book was rejected 12 times before it was finally published. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team. He lost hundreds of games and missed thousands of shots during his career, but he once said, I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. These people succeeded because they understood that you can't let your failures define you. You have to let your failures teach you. You have to let them show you what to do differently the next time.
An easy productivity hack. Instead of spending time getting in the mood to work, just start working. Confront the work. People think they need perfect conditions to start, when in reality, starting is the perfect condition.
You know, somebody called me yesterday and asked me a very simple question. He said, Pat, you know,
what do I do when I just don't feel like showing up to work today? What do I do? And I said, look, we've heard the saying before, you know, you got to show up whether you feel like it or not. But I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's what the great ones do. I think it's even past that. You got to raise your standards to a whole different level. And I'll tell you what I think it is. You not only have to show up, you have to show up when you don't feel like it, and you have to want to perform and psych yourself out to be in the zone and be confident and excited in the mood and, you know, figure out a way to psych yourself out, fool yourself into being positive, fool yourself into becoming such a high vibration type of an energy where all of a sudden you're starting to perform and then you start believing you're excited, then you completely forgot you were not in the mood. And entrepreneurs who do that are the ones who eventually win their own championships of business. They win their own academies, Oscars, World Series, Super Bowl, whatever you want to call it. But you not only have to show up, you got to show up at the highest possible level and gain value as well as bring value to everybody around you. Show up today and show up with the most incredible energy.
But most
do it your way. You don't need their permission, but you need yours.
You don't need their permission, but you do need yours. You do need to look at yourself and declare who you are, and you need to believe it.
You think my dreams are too big? I said, absolutely not. You're just telling them to the wrong person.
For some of you, the reason why you're not taking advantage of this opportunity is not because you don't believe in it, you don't believe in you.
We're gonna do the hard work now. So here's the hard work. I need you to confront you.
I was created to be great. I was created to do great things. I was created to have great things, and I will no longer ask others for their permission. That person who was your hater, they thought they defeated you. That person who told you you'll never amount to anything, they thought they defeated you.
You want me to tell you to give up? Huh? You want me to tell you to quit? Huh? Is that what you want me to say? Is it you want to hear E.T. say, it's all right to give up. It's all right to surrender. That's what you want me to say? But listen to me, Greg, I can't tell you that. Some of us just grind. Some of us don't make excuses. Some of us don't surrender. Some of us don't give up and give in.
It's our dream. Nobody's gonna see it like you do it. It's your dream. Nobody's gonna feel it like you feel it. It's your dream. Nobody's gonna be as dedicated to it as you are. It's your dream, and they don't have to understand, and they don't have to like it, and they don't have to do it. It doesn't make a difference. It's your dream, and you, my friend, have been given the task to make it happen, and you can't let anything stop you from doing what you were called to do. In order to achieve greatness, you must first believe you can.
Because I get to decide. I'm running my life now. I'm finally in control of my life. I'm finally the boss of my life. Are you ready to be the boss of your own life? Are you ready to be in control of your own life? Are you ready?
And you deserve to have everything you want. You deserve to live your best life. You deserve it. And stop listening to the people who tell you you don't. Kill the noise. What do they know?
What we do with the pressure is we say, I gotta take it, and I gotta take it to another level. Once you start questioning yourself, you already lost. All of us will be successful in life if we don't quit. I gotta believe in me before anybody else believe in me.
I get up at 3 because it's silent. It's easier to be focused when the environment is focused. Most of you wake up and you try to make money. Listen to me. If you would make you, money would come to you. Okay, you missed that whole thing I just said. If you would make you a better person, you'd make more money. Now, watch what I do. The way people spend their money or treat their money is how I treat my time. All right, let me explain what I mean to you. I make sure that every single day in that 24-hour period that I'm getting a whole bunch of wins. So I'm supposed to be doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time, doing this at this time. The problem with most of you, you waking up and you worshiping money.
Man, I was in the back with Cole. Cole was like, E, I got this opportunity for you. I got this opportunity. I got this opportunity. When you become number one, you have to chase opportunities. So I became number one, not meaning I'm better than nobody else. It means I just mastered my craft to the point that I know what I do that don't nobody else do. I know that I have a way of doing in this industry what nobody else does, and I've picked out in this industry, I've crafted out my own room. And your problem is you at 50% knocking on doors trying to get the result, somebody at 100%. And you wondering why it ain't working. Because while you're doing what they're doing, you're not, they are. So why do I put more emphasis on time than I put on money? Because they print money. They don't print time. So I'm gonna say it one more time. You are worshiping the thing that they make every day. They don't make time every day. Ain't nobody printing time. I ain't met them yet. I ain't met no billionaire. I ain't met no trillionaire. I ain't met no institution. I ain't met no company. I ain't met nobody printing money. So why are you spending more time on the thing they print every day than the thing, you know why? Because you're not developed and you following other people. When you understand that the real thing is time and you ain't got a lot of it, you start focusing on your time. And when you get your time right, money will come. Some people go to Dubai once every 10 years. I'm going every other month. Why? When you master yourself, you put yourself in a position that a lot of people can't do what you do, and then you become rare. And diamonds are rare. That's why they cost so much. If you would become rare, you just like everybody else. You look just like, you act just like, you just like everybody else. When you become you and you become rare, you become When you leave this room, you will take full ownership. And the reason why I say it's my fault, even when it's not my fault, because when I say it's your fault, I give you power. I give you control over my life. And I will never give another human control over my life. It's my fault. It's my problem. I'm coming up with a solution for it. Stop being average. Average people can't forgive. Average people can't let go. The greats, we do whatever it takes. Those who have a why can bear almost any how. How did I become number one in the world? Found out my wife had multiple sclerosis. They told my wife, listen to me, y'all. My wife's so beast mode. They told my wife she had MS, and she's like, bet. Then they told her she had to quit her job, and a tear came out of her. The doctor said, you don't have insurance? She said, yeah, I got insurance. She's looking at her like, why are you crying if you got insurance? My wife's identity is in her waking up and working every day. She went to school to be a registered nurse. She went to school to do breast and cervical cancer. She didn't want to be at home. She didn't want to be no home wife. She literally went to school to be a nurse. She loves her job. But when they told her she had to quit, my wife's like, I don't know what I'm going to do. I said, how much you make? She told me 5,000. I said, 5,000 times 12 is how much? 60 times 30 years, how much? 1.8 million. I woke up every day hunting 1.8 million. I'm number one in the world, not because I'm a better speaker. I'm not number one in the world because I look the best, because I dress the best. I'm not number one because my enunciation is the best, because I use the best words, because I got the best sentence structure, because I come from the best background. I became number one because I woke up and I hunted down the 1.8 mil so my wife would never have to work again. If you waking up every day and you want a Rolls Royce, you ain't about to beat me. If you waking up for a Bentley, you ain't about to beat me. If you waking up for a gold chain, you ain't about to beat me. If you woke up for a Rollie, you ain't about to beat me because you're going after material stuff. I'm going after my food. I'm going after my baby. I'm going after my high school sweetheart. I'm going after my kids so they can see their mom and their mama don't die. I'm making sure their mama don't get in a wheelchair if I can help it. If their mama don't lose her sight, if I can help it. If her mama don't lose her memory. So I started studying MS like I had it. I started studying MS. Your problem is you're not studying this product like your life down on it, like your life depend on it. You playing with this product. You know what? You like the people that work for me that want to check and they never end up getting it. But the people who work for my company act like they own it. Wake up every single day making sure she don't have to go back to work. So watch this. I started studying and I found out 2 things. One is stress. So I had to take her out of a stressful situation. And then the other thing was vitamin D. And I literally, people say, bro, why you moved to Southern California? Because my wife got advanced. I literally typed, what's the best place in the world for vitamin D? Southern California. What's the best temperature in the world in the United States of America? San Diego, California. It don't go 99, 100, and then back down. It's right there. I said, San Diego, I'm hunting you down. You're moving to San Diego. Why? I don't care about San Diego. My wife, in the first year, last year, we were in San Diego. My wife said to me, when we went back to Michigan, when the summer came, my wife said, you know something? I said, what? She said, I never took a nap in California. I said, what you mean by that? She said, the sun energized me, and I never needed to take a nap. Bro, come after me. The reason why most of you can't do what you do, you keep getting knocked down, you keep quitting, because whatever your why is, it ain't stronger than the beat down you take. Whatever the beat down, whatever life is throwing at you, whatever punches is blowing, whatever's happening, it ain't deep enough for you to wake up. Like you getting punched and you feel that pain, and you like, ain't no need to get up. No, and I feel you. You need to stay down. Because life gonna beat you. You talking about making millions, life gonna beat you down. You talking about making millions, multi-millions, billions, life gonna beat you down. So when you feel the pain and you get knocked out, stay down. If you got a why that's deeper than your pain,
every trial, every tribulation, I will my way through it. I don't care if it's cancer, I will my way through it. I don't care if it's MS, I will my way through it. I don't care if I'm struggling in school and I'm trying to get a degree, I will my way through it. I don't care if you fail the boards, go again. I don't care if you fail the law exam, go again, will your way through it. Some things you can skill yourself through, some stuff you gotta will your way through.
without a vision, there's no direction. Without direction, there's no progress. Reason why you're struggling getting up, because you don't have nothing to get up for. It's gonna be a dogfight. I would love to tell you that on the road to success, everything is gonna work out. It's not. It's gonna be a dogfight. On the road to success, I lost 5 aunts to cancer. It's a dogfight. In the midst of my business, I lost aunts. I had to go to funerals. We had to get on a plane. We had to drive. We had aunts that are close to my age who died, who didn't have insurance. We had to raise money. A dogfight. I had cousins shot in stores, execution style, shot back of the head twice. It's a dogfight. Like, you don't see that on YouTube. You don't see that on my TGI. It's a dogfight. My wife, 3 years ago, 7 legions found on her brain. It's a dogfight. It hasn't been easy. It's a dogfight. It hadn't been, the road hadn't been success. Like, it's just a paved road, and like each he go this way. It's been rough. It's been crooked. It's been hard. But I've made up in my mind that I will get a reward for the pain that I go through. I will not stop in the middle of the process. I will not be defeated. I will not be destroyed. I will take everything that happens in my life, and I will allow the pain to push me to greatness. You will not break me. You will not stop me. You will not defeat me. The only way I lose is if I quit. It's going to be a dogfight. And so if you're ready to quit, then don't get started. If you're ready to quit, don't get started. If you're looking for this easy path, don't get started. If you think they're not going to close the door on you and say no 1,000,000 times, don't get started. But every time they close the door, I just get excited. Why? Because I am not a no. I'm 1 yes away. I'm young, I'm 1 yes away. You can't keep telling me no forever. You can't keep denying me forever. This type of energy, this type of passion, you can't stop it. You can contain it for a while, but you cannot stop. This is life. And you can't defeat me. There is not. You don't have enough power. You don't have enough energy. You don't have enough strength to stop this. Contain it for a year, you might. 2 years, you might. you do not have hate, does not have enough energy to destroy love. You cannot destroy this. It didn't happen to me at 19. It didn't happen to me at 20. It didn't happen to me at 30. It happened to me at 40. After I had been through all the pressure I thought I could go through. Life said, you finished with all the pressure? I said, yeah. I said, let me bring on the heat. And then when I went through the pressure and the heat, y'all, I thought it was over. The Creator said, now you ready to get cut? You said you wanted to be great, son. You said you wanted to travel the world. You said you wanted to help people, inspire people. Then you gotta be a diamond. In our armed forces, let's just pick one, the Navy, for instance. The first thing they teach you, somebody over here, help me out. You are in the Navy. Right, they're teaching you war, right? What's the first thing they teach you? The first thing they teach you, the very first thing they teach you is how to respond when you have a jam gun. And number two, how to carry your dead body. That's the first thing they teach you. They don't teach you how to defend yourself. They don't teach you how to swim. The first thing they teach you is when your gun is jammed. The first thing they teach you is a dead body, how to carry a dead body. And somebody tell me, why would they start you there? That's the worst case scenario. That's what you're not prepared for. That's what you're not thinking. You're not thinking when you go out there to defend yourself that your gun is gonna jam. You're not thinking when you go out there that your boy gonna get killed and you gotta drag. You're not thinking that. So listen to me. It's not hardships that hurt us. It's not my cousin getting shot twice. It's not my cousin spending 50 years in jail. It's not my dying of cancer. It's not my wife being diagnosed with 7 lesions on her brain that will break you. What will break most people is you didn't prepare for that. So when you put all your little goals and all your little dreams together, it's not the thing that broke you. It was you never even thought about the fact that you could be broken. They say it's gonna be a dog fight. And if you soft, this ain't that you want to get out now. This is where you like, I quit. But if you're willing to say, I'm not going to quit, guarantee you whatever success you want to have, you're going to have it. You will not outrun me. You won't outrun me. You can be smarter than me. You won't outrun me. I'll get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and do videos. I'll do a video at 3 o'clock. I'll do a video at 2 o'clock. I'm putting out so much doggone content, they can't keep up. They smarter than me. They better than me. I admit, I got a GED. I ain't the smartest person in the world, but I get up and do this for Didi. I do this every day for Didi. Because of what Didi did for me. I do this for my kids. My daddy wasn't there. I do this for my family. You can't stop me. The reason why some of you could be stopped is you're doing it for yourself. And guess what happens when you get tired? When you grinding, grinding hurts. Grinding is a sacrifice. Grinding costs. When you're grinding and your body tell you hurt, when you're doing it for you, you stop. You never prepared. You never prepared for worst case scenario. And the reason why E.T. is standing here, because I'm prepared for it. If you know anything about me, I still lay on floors. I still eat chips off the floor. I still do some stuff that to most people is crazy, like E.T., why would you do that? Because I'm always prepared that we may not live in that house one day. One day something might happen and we might have to go back to that. And if I have to go back to that, it's not gonna break me. The thing we covered the most, that for a diamond to be produced, it must first go through extreme heat. Extreme heat. Extreme pressure. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? For a diamond to be produced, it has to go through extreme pressure, extreme heat. And if that wasn't enough, what makes a diamond is the cuts. So you are put through, if you want to be a diamond, you must go through extreme pressure. If you can't take pressure, then you're not a diamond. After you go through all the pressure, pressure you thought you could not handle, and you think it's over, then they turn on the heat. Of all the stuff I've gone through in my life, eating out of trash cans, sleeping in abandoned buildings. The worst thing that ever happened is when I went to the hospital and they told me my wife had a chronic illness and she might not be able to walk one day. People say, E.T., ask CJ, it never broke me. Why? Because I've been broken so much. I've been defeated so much. I've been disappointed so much in my life that I know what it feels like and I can handle it. It's your turn. You shouldn't feel guilty. It's your turn. It's your time. You've blessed everybody else. You've set everybody else for success. You've compromised you for them, and look where you are. It's time for you. And so for a lot of you, you're not doing nothing because you don't have any purpose right now. You don't have a sense of purpose. You're not waking up for nobody. And I need you to get that engine. I need that drive because you know what to do. You're the right person to do it, but you just can't seem to get out of bed. You can't seem to do what you're supposed to do. Every time you come up against a trial or a tribulation, you let it stop you. You got to find your why, and your why is what's going to start you. And the problem with some of you in this room, you don't have no drive. You ain't got nothing pushing you. You ain't got no reason for waking up in the morning. You ain't got no reason for pushing past that pain. You have no reason. You better find one before you get out of here today. You better go inside. You still looking outside for the stuff that's already inside. You still looking for someone to save you when you already your superhero. You looking for some information from somebody when you already got what you need in your head. It's just time for you to get up and be the best version of you. It's not an option. And the reason why some of you are not where you're supposed to be, you've given yourself an option. You've given yourself an out. You've given yourself an excuse. You've given yourself room not to do it, but you have what it takes. Give me some energy. I can. I will. I must. Come on, I can. Come on, I will. I must. I can. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Let's go. I can means I have the ability to do it. I got what it takes. I have the ability to do it. I will. I have the willpower to make it happen. I must. My wife needs me. I must. My son needs me. I must. My daughter needs me. We can, we will, and we must get through this. Let's go. I want to ask you a question, seriously. This is going to be hard because some of you young and you like still worried about what people think about you, so you don't want to be honest in front of people. I want you to think about what level you on. Are you giving 90, 80, 70? Listen to what I'm saying for a minute. It's like I gave everything I got. I have no more to give. Like I really put 120 into this. So raise your hand if you're giving 120. Like I ain't got no more to give, E. E, I'm giving 100, E. I know I'm just doing at least what Coach want me to do. I'm doing everything Coach want me to do. I'm giving about 90% here, I'm gonna be real. I'm giving about 90%, let me see your hand. Of my effort, let me see your hands. I'm giving about 80%, let me see your hand. 70%, let me see your hand. I need you for you to admit where you are. What is it gonna take for you to give every single thing you got? What is that gonna take? It's consistency. And so I gotta go to bed at a certain time. I gotta wake up at a certain time. There's certain things I can't eat, certain things I can't watch, certain things I can't do. And I'm talking about that grind. I got an opportunity, you got an opportunity. So here's the deal. When you have an opportunity, why would you give 80% when you have an opportunity? Somebody answer that for me. Y'all talk. Why would you give 80%, 70%? Why wouldn't you always give 120%? This right here, for a lot of y'all ain't got no discipline, it's killing you. It's killing you. And you don't even realize it's killing you. It's killing you. If you're not giving 120, I'm not mad at you. My job is not to dog you out, because once we go back out, my goal is to come here and take you to that next level. From today on, you play whatever your best game is, you play that level every single time. It doesn't mean you're gonna score every time, but the effort has it. You can always give 120% effort. Life gonna go on regardless. Mental toughness. It is in those times we have to be stronger than we've ever been before. Why? Because they need us more than they ever needed us before. I just want to make sure that the life we got left, that is sweeter than the life that if I wasn't focused and I wasn't doing what I was supposed to do. And we're going to make it the best possible. It's your life. You got it. What you going to do with it? I want to ask you a question, seriously. How many of y'all in this room, you like, yo, E, it is my life, but I ain't been in control of it as much as I should be in control of it. And after the day, I'm taking more control of it. Let me see your hand. Be honest with me. Come on, let me see your hands. And so you looked up to who when you played ball? Like, who were the people you looked up to? Kobe. LeBron. CP. D-Wade. Kobe. I was the same thing with me with Dr. Martin Luther King. In Washington, like all those people, I got a dream. When I saw Malcolm, like, boom. And I saw hundreds of black men, boom. Like, let's go. I'm like I could do that. And then when I found out I could make money doing it and I could take care of my family, I was like, showtime. Like, you only got one shot, E. So hear what I'm saying. Opportunity. You have an opportunity of a lifetime. When you understand you have an opportunity, you play a little different. Here's what I want to tell you. If you're going to get it, you're going to have to have that dog. You're going to have that dog. You're going to have to be that dude that say, I'm not just going with skills. There's a one type of dude who feel like because he's gifted that it's just an automatic road for him. And let me tell y'all something. You are gifted, but you better humble yourself. You got skill and you got will. Two total different things. You were born with certain things, but to get to the next level, and not just get to the next level, to stay at the next level, you gotta have will when you get to that next level. So when you play, you have to compete. It's sports, it's basketball. Why wouldn't you give 120%? Talk to me. What would make you not give 120%? You gotta answer it. You play that level every single time. It doesn't mean you're gonna score every time, but the effort has it. You can always give 120% effort. You can't dictate if the ball gonna always go in. You can't dictate what kind of game you're gonna have. You can't dictate how your body is gonna respond to moving around, but you can dictate your what? You can dictate your good. You can dictate you can always give 120% effort. Like, here's the deal. When y'all go play tonight, tomorrow, my goal is for you to go 120. So you're going to have the right people in here helping y'all. But if you giving me 70, 80, 90, you ain't giving me 120, you're not going to get out of this experience what you're supposed to get out. That's my job. Why don't you always give 120% effort? It's your turn. I don't belong in this room. I remember the videos had already been out. My numbers were great. And I would come in rooms and go, or like that room, like I go to a high school, like, boom. I go to a youth detention center, boom. I go to a prison, boom. I come to corporate and go, I don't know if I belong in here. Everybody in the room don't look like me. They don't come from where I come from. I don't know if I belong here, and I'll never forget. I had a conversation with Les Brown. Les Brown had called me to Orlando. We sat in the hotel, and I left, and I started talking to Les, and I started naming like, yo, you, Les Brown, this person, #1 in the world. He said, don't you ever say that again. I said, don't say what? He said, you the best in the world right now. I said, what? He said, you the best in the world right now. There's nobody as good as you in the world. You're the best right now. The only reason you're not the best right now is because you don't believe you're the best now. And when you walk out this room, I want you to go in the mirror and tell yourself, I'm the best right now. He said, before you even become number one, start to proclaim it and say it long before it happened. Say, I'm the number one motivational speaker in the world. And when I was number 20, I started saying, I'm the number one motivational speaker in the world. And I went to the computer, and the world said exactly what I said, that Eric Thomas is number one in the world. I spoke it, the world heard it, and it activated. Your problem is that you don't believe you belong here. Your problem is that you don't think you should be sitting down here. So listen to me. There are those of you who said, I want to be a millionaire. I want to be the best at this company, right? But your value system says you believe in sleep more than you believe in grinding. That you're spending more money than you're making. Why? Because you're a consumer, but you're reading all the books and you're saying everything the books are saying, but those books are not in alignment with your values. And if you're going to go to the next level, your values are going to have to change. When I believed that my voice was needed in this world, when I believed that I needed to be on the stage, not for myself, but to speak to a group of people who come from where I come from, a working class, who don't know what it's like to make millions and millions of dollars, who don't understand what wealth looks like, that I needed to come in the room with a single parent mother, with a father not in my life, being homeless and a high school dropout. Only somebody who comes from where you come from can tell you you belong. And I had to get my butt on stage because there's some folks that Les Brown can't reach. There's some folks that Tony Robbins can't reach. There's some folks that only I can reach. And so I need to be on the stage with them, doing what I was called to do. But what you cannot do is you cannot quit during the process. You cannot give up because it ain't what you see. You cannot give up. Champions keep going when they don't have anything left in their tank. When you want this thing as bad as you want to breathe, that's when you find a way. Some of y'all been worshiping. I will walk away with stuff I never heard before, books I've never read before, audios I've never seen before, going to conferences that I've never gone, hanging out with people that I've never hung out with before. This is nothing, God. This is just a dessert. There are those of you with phones, and every new phone that comes out, you get it. Every upgrade, you get it. Every piece of software, you get it. You are upgrading your technology, and you've not upgraded yourself. Listen to me closely. When you get to the point where enough is enough, when you get to the point where it hurt real bad, when you get to the point you can't take it no more, when you get to that point, the doors start opening, opportunities start happening. Listen to me very closely. It's our dream. Nobody's gonna see it like you do it. It's your dream. Nobody's gonna feel it like you feel it. It's your dream. Nobody's gonna be as dedicated to it as you are. It's your dream, and they don't have to understand, and they don't have to like it, and they don't have to do it. It doesn't make a difference. It's your dream, and you, my friend, have been given the task to make it happen, and you can't let anything stop you from doing what you were called to do. You have an opportunity right now that you'll never have. People say, why you grind so hard, E? I might not be the #1 motivational speaker in the world 5 years from now. I got to get everything I can get right now. Every book I can write. Listen to me. My school is being paid for by the athletic department. I'm hot right now. A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work. A real man, when coach ain't even watching, he's studying film on his own because he loves the process. Because day after day after day, grind after grind after grind, airport after airport, driving mile after mile. E.T., aren't you tired? Yes, I might be, I don't know. E.T., aren't you ready to take a break? Yes, I might be, but listen to me, I can't. Why? Because I grind for Jalen. I grind for Jada. I grind for Dee Dee. I grind for my mother. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? I grind for Vanessa. I hustle for, so the days I want to hit that alarm clock, I think think about my why, I can't quit. My son, $25,000 a year. I can't stop. He counting on me. My daughter, I can't quit. I can't stop. I can't get tired. I can't give up. I can't give in. My mama counting on me. My wife is counting on me. Yeah, I might be different, but I am brilliant. Yep, I might be loud, but I am special. We can go from being homeless and high school dropouts to having PhDs, writing books, and becoming the voice of a generation. We can do whatever we believe we can do, and we don't need anybody's permission to do it but ours. I am phenomenal, and I don't owe anybody an apology. I am going to do great things, and I don't owe anybody an apology. I was created to be great. I was created to do great things. I was created to have great things, and I will no longer ask others for their permission. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I am great. Listen to me, and I don't owe anybody an apology.
You know, I thought if you were a good person and you do right by people, that people will take your kindness and give you kindness back. But what I realized is sometimes in this world, the kinder you are, the more they try to play you like a fool. I was delusional. I'm nice to you, you nice to me. Don't always work like that. Sometimes it's nice to me and I take advantage of you. So some of y'all, you delusional. I just need you to do me a favor. When you are delusional, you can never get the outcomes you want because the premise in which you're operating from is a lie. So you got to work from truth. And some of us don't want to deal with truth because it's so difficult. E.T., you dropped out of school. E.T., you grew up in a certain community. In order for you to be able to do what you need to do like a Tony Robbins, there's some things that you don't have in your arsenal that if you can just admit you don't have it in your arsenal, then you can go get it. But until you admit that you don't have it, you'll never be able to do it. So I need you to do me a huge favor. I just need you to be real. And the reason why a lot of y'all don't want to be real, because some of you would rather be in a lie and at least have a lie than not have anything at all. You already know that job, your boss ain't about to cash you out. You're just scared to quit and start your own business because you don't know if you're going to do well or not. You know you shouldn't. Come on, be honest. You know you still shouldn't be at that job right now. Let me see your hand. Let's just be real. Let me see the hand. You know you shouldn't still. Raise it high. Don't play with me. Raise it high. You still shouldn't be at that job, but you're delusional. That one day is going to be your day. That one day you're going to merge your job and your calling together. It's not going to happen. You're going to have to just leave.
He gave me permission to say I am brilliant. I might be different, but I am brilliant. Yep, I might be loud, but I am special. He gave me permission. And so the first thing I want you to do today is I want you to keep saying to yourself, I am. And for those of you who hadn't quite started yet, I am. And for those of you who gotten started, I am. Why? Because I can't believe that I started with a GED and that GED turned into a 4-year degree. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I am great. Listen to me, and I don't owe anybody an apology. I am phenomenal, and I don't owe anybody an apology. I am going to do great things, and I don't owe anybody an apology. I was created to be great. I was created to do great things. I was created to have great things, and I will no longer ask others for their permission.
That Eric Thomas that grew up in Detroit and had like that Detroit mentality, while I love it, it doesn't transfer to every community. I had to let the dream destroy you. Let it strip you. Let it remake and mold you. Don't be afraid. Some of you are afraid. Listen to me. Wherever you from, If that's where you from, if you leave, you can always come back, I promise you. I promise you, when you come back, you can get right back in the conversation. Ain't nothing gonna change. I promise you, whatever world you're from, if you go to other worlds, you can always go back to that world. The version of you that you are right now is a blessing, but it won't take you to the next level. What got you here won't take you there. So let the dream destroy you, tear you down, redefine you, build you back up, make you stronger. The first version of Eric Thomas, the high school dropout, that guy would have never been able to stand here and help you. I had to destroy that Eric Thomas. No matter who you are, if you're average or if you're good, when you get around greatness and you stay around greatness, you start listening to great podcasts and reading great books, and you start hanging around great people, and you start becoming a part of great masterminds. God, you just evolve. And I don't know what happened, but every year I went from a high school dropout and homeless to I started to becoming every single day more of who I am. And I can't believe it. My next goal is to win the Nobel Prize. Why? I had to come up with something. I am giving you permission to be great. I'm giving you permission to be everything you were called to be, to do everything that you're capable of doing, to have everything you're supposed to have. Listen to me, you have to be careful when you hang around average people. All they're going to do is tell you what they can't do, and that's okay that they can't do it, but that has absolutely nothing to do with us. We can go from being homeless and high school dropout to having PhDs, writing books, and becoming the voice of a generation. We can do whatever we believe we can do, and we don't need anybody's permission to do it but ours. You are brilliant. You are special. Yes, you're different, and yes, you're not doing it the traditional route, but greatness is upon you. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. You got to keep going. And the 12 years to get the 4-year degree turned into a master's degree. And the master's degree turned into a PhD. God, I can't believe it. I went from being a high school dropout, from being homeless, living in abandoned buildings, to eating out of trash cans, to Dr. Eric Thomas, to writing 6 books. Guys, are you hearing what I'm saying? Today, stop playing small and start playing big, because I am. All right, let's stop on 3. 1, 2, 3. I am. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I am. I am. Listen to me. I was literally homeless. I was coming to church, not really taking showers. I wasn't brushing my teeth. And this guy looked at me and said, you need to get your GED. You need to leave Detroit. I'm going to send you to college because greatness is upon you. I was 16, 17 years old. I had never spoken a day in my life, and this guy saw it. Like, he saw something in me that I didn't see, and he gave me permission to be where other people said I couldn't be. He gave me permission to believe I was great. He gave me permission to think I could change the world. He gave me permission to start something that had never started in my family before. He gave me permission to say, I am. Listen to me very closely. When you graduate and you get a job, if you want to get paid, you never say no. You never say it can't get done. Don't you ever say out your mouth it can't get done. Even if you feel in your heart it can't get done, you don't say it out loud. You let the broke folks say that. You let the folks they firing first say that. You always say it can get done. Even if you don't think it can get done, just say it and try to make up something. I'm being real. I'm being real. I don't deal with people who say, or they get paid real low in my company. They like maintenance when you say, I don't know how, or I don't think it can be done. I'm like, okay, cool. You won't be like at the end of the year when bonus is getting passed out, you won't be getting no bonus. What I need you to do is I need you to kill the noise. I need you to embrace the I am. And however you get it done, I need you to get it done. They looked at the most successful men and women of the world, and they found that they had like 7, 8 things in common. And one of the things they all had in common was a routine. They are obsessed with their routine. They don't have a gap of wasted time in their routine. You know, I realized the reason why I'm so successful and the reason why I don't get in trouble like I used to when I was younger is because when I was younger, man, my schedule had so many gaps in it. The devil had like, okay, he might pray at 6, but my man is watching TV. He playing video games by 8:30. It's not that I'm sweeter than nobody. The devil can't get to me because all my time is taken up. And by the time he get to me, I'm asleep. I'm too asleep to sin. I'm just being real. 8:30, he like, Eric, you should. I'm like, bro, I'm tired. Come back to me tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, tip me tomorrow, bro. I'm about to go to sleep. I'm good. Look, my body said, all you gotta do is put your shoes on. That's the hardest thing you gotta do. Just put your shoes on and I'll do the rest. I can't put your shoes on for you, but put your shoes on and then just go. And I just went. And I was walking for do the 11 incline, boy, and I was just walking for an hour, and I was just like, you know what, it's almost an hour, I don't feel like running. My body was like, don't even worry about it, we'll get to that when we get to it. I did my hour, was about to get off, my body was like, you know we run now. I said, what? We run now, let's go. You ain't tired? I said, I am tired. No, you're not, you just walked for an hour. You're not tired, Eric. Your brain is telling you some dumb stuff. If you were tired, you wouldn't have been able to walk for an hour. Okay, so let's do this. Just run for 2 minutes. I'm trying to help somebody right now go to a whole other level. The Bible says the reason why you go back to sleep is because you've always gone back to sleep. It's like a default. You go back to sleep because all you gotta do is stop going to sleep, and then you're gonna stop going to sleep. All you gotta do is stop fussing and cussing, and you're gonna stop fussing and cussing. All you gotta do is stop spending all the money you got and start saving it. Listen to me, I became #1 in the world. I became a millionaire not because I made more money. I became a millionaire because they told me millionaires only live off of 30% of their income. I want to make it plain for you. I became a millionaire because I did what millionaires did. I stopped living off 100%. I paid my tithe, and then I was like, all right, E, you only got 20% left. Put the rest up. So the first thing I did, listen to me, the very first thing I did to become rich, somebody said, E, to be rich, put 6 months of your earning to the side. So I was like, all right, bet. That's what the rich told me to do. So I put 6 months to the side. How long did it take? I don't remember, but I put it to the side. Then somebody was like, yo, E, you need to put 100,000 to the side. I was like, all right, 100,000. Didi, we're gonna put 100,000 to the side. Then somebody was like, yo, you need to get your credit score up to 800. I was like, all right, then get my credit score up to 800. Then somebody said, E.T., if you want to be Tony Robbins, there's no way you'll be able to be like those dudes when you don't have the language they have. You need to go get your master's and a PhD from a white institution. I said, what? I went to Oakwood. I went to HBCU. He was like, yeah, but you didn't learn the language of Zig Ziglar at Oakwood. So Oakwood is a phenomenal place. Oh, y'all not hear what I'm saying. I just said something and you missed it. Now you need to go to Michigan State University. CJ, you see my master's degree anywhere? What about my PhD? Not in the office? Not at church? You ain't seen it in my house? I didn't go to Michigan State to get a PhD. I went to Michigan State to learn the majority language. Listen to me very closely. When you graduate and you get a job, if you want to get paid, you never say no. You never say it can't get done. Don't you ever say out your mouth it can't get done. Even if you feel in your heart it can't get done, you don't say it out loud. You let the broke folks say that. You let the folks they firing first say that. You always say it can get done. Even if you don't think it can get done, just say it and try to make up something. But every time I put on a dress shirt and button it up, I just feel, and I hear people say all the time, man, you look like you dressed for success. I'm like, is putting on a shirt and a tie dressed for success? I'm dressed for success. I'm getting paid. I'm dressed for success. I'm not dressed like he dressed, but I'm dressed the way I feel comfortable. I feel good being me. I feel good not to have to, like, not only can I say no, I don't have to explain why I said it no more. It feels good being me. Because guess what? I can never be sweet being you. The majority of you are poor because you read poor stuff. You watch poor stuff. For real, you just scrolling through like you ain't got a life. For real, some of y'all on Instagram, you're on there for 30 minutes. If I ask you what you saw, you don't even know. You just scrolling through. Rich people don't waste time. They realize it's their most important commodity. They don't watch a lot of TV. They don't do a lot of entertainment. If they're not working, they're studying their craft and getting better at their craft. So I need you to stop having the poverty mindset. So when I quit my job to be an entrepreneur, my mom was like, whoa, what are you doing? I was like, I'm quitting. My mom was like, don't you dare quit. You're going to embarrass me. You got a wife and kids. Does YouTube have insurance? Does YouTube have a 401k? And I was like, yo, Ma, I ain't trying to be funny and I ain't trying to be disrespectful. I love you. But you can't teach me how to be a millionaire because you're not one. You come from the working class, and I'm not mad at you, Ma. We wouldn't be where we are without you. But you told me that every generation is supposed to get better. So I'll take your values, but I won't take your work ethic. Because rich people don't work, they think. Poor people go, clock in, I make this much an hour. Rich people go, I put them to work, and I make this much an hour. See, what happens is you're working for you and your family, one. They got 40 of you working at one time. So they're giving you 20%, and then they keeping the 80% off of 15,000 people. So what you have to decide is, are you gonna keep being the 99%, or are you ready to be a part of the 1%? Because it doesn't make a difference where you come from, high school dropout. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, GED. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, a 17-year-old mom that got pregnant. It doesn't make a difference where you come from, took 12 years to get a 4-year degree. It doesn't make a difference. You know what makes a difference? What makes a difference is when you become a 99% or a 1%. And when I start thinking like, acting like, and behaving like a 1%er. So I went to every single class, and when the teachers was talking, they thought I was just doing homework. I wasn't. I was listening to how they conjugate verbs. I was listening to how they tell stories. I was like, ooh. I peeped it out, y'all. They way more linear. So that I realized when you do corporate, it's A, B, C, D, E, F. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's topic, body, body, body. It's topic, support, 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 conclusion. I need your language though if I'm gonna compete. I need your rules if I'm gonna compete. I need your codes if I'm gonna compete. The problem with most of you is you don't have a 1% language. You got a poverty language. There was a language that I needed to learn. Does it mean I need to abandon the language that I learned? Absolutely not. Don't be average, like for real, for real. Whatever it is you do, do it, and take a different perspective. Listen to me very closely. The problem I have with most kids, if I tell you what it takes, most of you will die of exhaustion. You'd pass out before you reach 10,000 hours. You just pass out. You don't got the heart for it. You don't have the stamina for it. You couldn't take what it really takes. Just speak with so much authority, because I'm talking about my life, not something that I read. I ate out of trash cans. I had no business eating out of trash cans. I lived in abandoned buildings. I had no business living in abandoned buildings. But E.T., your daddy wasn't in your life. Your mom was a teenage mother. You grew up, come on, look at your circle. That's not an excuse. There is no excuse for not living up to your fullest potential. No excuse. You know what? And you start pointing fingers at yourself. What did you not do? I just ran across a quote the other day that says, education is the great equalizer. And I was like, ooh, so no matter where you are, if you feel like you started at the bottom, if you feel like you started at the top, but you want to preserve the top, because just because you're at the top doesn't mean you're going to be at the top forever. I mean, you look at great football players, great football teams. I mean, you're not going to automatically win because of your name. You have to keep performing year after year. So if you're at the bottom and you're like, man, I'm at the bottom, Eric, and I want to live life like everybody else. I want to fly first class. Like, I want to see the world. I don't want any limitations. Then reading is not okay. So I'm using the word reading, but what I'm saying is education, being enlightened, being informed. And I had to realize for myself, being a high school dropout, like, you can't use that excuse forever. Where I was born and where I was raised, you can't use that forever. And so to me, you liberate yourself. Malcolm, you talked about Malcolm. Malcolm liberated himself, and most people don't know, Malcolm was not born wearing glasses. Like, Malcolm had 20/20 vision, but it was in prison when Malcolm learned to take reading serious, and he read with a dim light at night. That's how he eventually lost his sight, but he lost his sight, but he gained his vision. You know, he lost his sight, but he gained his vision at that point. So I would say to young people who are watching us that it's not optional. The more you read, the more liberated you are, and the more you are educated, to me, the more you can experience a life like the people that you're probably looking at and saying, I wish I could live like that person. I think what people get confused is, you know, they're grinding with a goal. And I'm not saying you shouldn't have goals, but you should be grinding for grinding's sake. You know, you should grind because that's what you do. You're passionate about what you do, you know, and so you're waking up every day with this concept of, I have 24 hours and they're mine. This 24 hours belongs to me. Right. And whatever I do in this 24 hours will determine where I'll be tomorrow and the next day. And I think that's what people need to focus on. Like, get off of this, I want to make 6 figures. I want to drive this car. I want to live in this house. I think what people should be focusing on is, I have 24 hours. Like Oprah only has 24. Yeah. Bill Gates only has 24. Like Warren Buffett only has 24 hours. And in that 24-hour period, I can either break my life or make my life. And I think, and I'm not saying you should have goals. I just think that goals for people is too high on the priority list. And I think what should be on the priority list is going to bed so you can wake up the next day and you can grind it out. And I'm just a dude that believes you reap what you sow. So if you're grinding on Monday, grinding on Tuesday, grinding on Wednesday, if you're grinding 6-7 days a week for a span of 5 or 6 years, something's got to come out of that. Sure. But if you're only grinding, you know, on Monday you fired up, Wednesday you back and sleeping in, Thursday you got the funk of the world is on. Like I heard people say, hump day. Hump day. What is every day is hump day. Like Wednesday is hump day. Like Monday hump day. Tuesday is hump day. Like every day is hump day. And I think if we would spend more time on what's my goal, you know, and meaning what do I need to accomplish in this day to live this lifestyle, and you go after it, then I think more people will be successful. What's your why? Hey, if I don't give y'all nothing else, you better start that. What's your why? You know why I do what I do, and I do it so passionately? Because my grandfather was a high school dropout, my father was a high school dropout, I was a high school dropout, and we about to break the cycle. I do what I do so my son won't have to go through what I went through. When I was at the football game, my old dude wasn't with me. I saw other kids when they fought. I said, that'll never happen to me. I do what I do because my daughter says she's going to Harvard. It ain't even about y'all. I'm about to come in here and blaze y'all. Why? Because I'm trying to get you all the NFL. I ain't about to miss this opportunity. This is the first NFL team I've ever done in my life, and I'm about to lick it. I'm about to give everything I got, and I will know if I don't get another gig, it won't have nothing to do with the fact that I didn't put everything on the field. What's your why? Why do you wake up in the morning? Why do you put on that jersey? Why do you go out and practice? Why? I have a ritual where even if you're my closest friend, I have boundaries. So just because it's my company, it doesn't mean I can take calls all day. Right. I have boundaries. So you can't call me at a certain time. Why? I'm working. So I'm on the phone all day, and I'm saying this to entrepreneurs because one of the gaps, and we'll talk about this later in the show, but you got to find the gaps. And one of the gaps with entrepreneurs is that they feel like because they own their day, they can spend it like they want to. You cannot spend it like you want to. So if you were working for IBM or you're working for Ford, whoever you're working for.
The comeback is personal. You don't need applause. You don't need likes, followers, or validation. You need fire. You need something to prove, not to the world, but to yourself. Because the comeback, it's personal. You wake up every day carrying something no one else can see. They don't know your battles. They don't feel the pressure. They don't hear the doubt screaming in your silence. But you do. And that's enough. You've been knocked down by life, by people, maybe by your own choices. But you're still breathing, still standing, still thinking about how to turn it all around. And that right there, that thought is your first win. People gave up on you. So what? You gave up on yourself for a while too. But not anymore. Because now you've seen what quitting really looks like. And it doesn't sit right with your soul. So now you're moving different, quiet, focused, unshakable, alone, in silence while nobody's watching. This isn't about revenge. It's not about proving anyone wrong. It's about respect, self-respect. You looked in the mirror and said, no more running, no more blaming, no more waiting. Because the comeback starts the second you stop making excuses and start making moves. You've had low moments, regrets, times you thought, I should have been better than that. That's real. Own it. But don't stay there. Nobody walks through fire without scars, but some choose to keep walking anyway. You didn't break, you bent so far you thought it was over, but here you are piecing yourself back together, stronger, sharper, harder to kill, because this comeback isn't for the haters or the doubters or the ones who walked away. It's for you. It's about becoming someone you're proud to be. You had a vision. Then life hit you blind. Family went cold. Money disappeared. Friends got fake. Motivation dried up. But something inside wouldn't quit. That whisper in your chest kept saying, keep going. Not like this. Not like this. You tried to drown it out with distractions, noise, people, but it kept coming back louder. Now you know you can't run from who you are. You're a fighter. Maybe not with fists, but with heart, with grit, with the refusal to stay down. This comeback is built on sleepless nights, quiet mornings, and that one moment when you said, I'm not folding. You weren't supposed to make it this far, but you did. And now you're writing the best part of the story. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Don't wish. Work. Let them talk. While they scroll, you lift. While they doubt, you build. Because here's the truth. People only notice the comeback when it's done. When the lights are on, when the trophy's in hand, but you see it in the dark, in the sweat, in the silence, in the no to comfort, in the yes to one more rep, one more page, one more day. That's what they'll never understand. The pain, that was the down payment. The tears, the tax, the failure, the tuition. You paid in full, and now the reward is coming. Maybe not today, maybe not next week, but it's on the way. The universe pays those who don't quit. When you walk in the room, you don't have to say a word. People feel it. They feel the energy, the scars, the strength. They feel what you've survived. And yeah, maybe you're still in it, still climbing, still learning, but you're not who you were. You've evolved. You've earned your place in this moment. So stop shrinking. Stop apologizing for chasing greatness. The world owes you nothing, but it will always respond to effort. You're not finished. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You are a comeback story in progress. Write every chapter like it's your last. Show up hungry, show up focused, show up scared if you have to. Just show up. Nobody's handing you the crown. You've got to take it. Every second of hesitation is a second lost. Start, move, building, work, and then work again. And when you start to rise, really rise, don't be surprised when the noise gets louder. People will question your motives. They'll talk behind your back. They'll say, you changed. You didn't change. You evolved. You leveled up. And that makes them uncomfortable because you remind them of what they're not doing. You're living proof that excuses are choices. And hustle always drowns out hype. Let them whisper. Let them doubt. While they talk, you build quietly, relentlessly. They're chasing approval. You're building legacy. This comeback is not pretty. It's not polished. It's brutal. It's early mornings running on fumes. It's late nights full of questions. It's dragging yourself out of the pit with nothing but pure will. It's doing the right thing with no applause. It's stacking wins when the big win feels a mile away. It's not sexy. It's gritty. it's real, and it's worth every second. People romanticize overnight success, but the truth, there is no overnight. There's only overwork, overcommitment, overgrind. You'll go unnoticed, uncelebrated, unthanked until you can't be ignored anymore. And when that day comes, don't stop. Keep going. Because this isn't the final chapter. This is your origin story. You're not just coming back. You're here to dominate, to reclaim, to rebuild. This time with focus, this time with fire. A fire hot enough to burn through every lie they told you. You are not a mistake. You're not your past. You're not a lost cause. You're a force, a walking example of what happens when pain meets persistence. And when people ask what changed, you'll tell them, I got tired of waiting, tired of losing. One day, I looked in the mirror and said, this is on me, all of it. And from that moment on, I never looked back, because that's the truth. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your friends, not your job, not your family. You got to save you. You got to believe before there's proof. Trust that if you do the work and never fold, the comeback will happen. Not by luck, not by accident, by choice, your choice. And don't wait for the right moment. That's the trap. The moment is never perfect. You have to move anyway, grind anyway, build, grow, fight, heal anyway, even when your back's against the wall, even when your heart's in pieces, even when everything inside you screams, give up. Don't give them the satisfaction. Don't give your past the final word. Don't let fear write your future. This comeback is about one thing, reclaiming your power. One step, one representative, one day at a time. You're not chasing perfection, you're chasing progress. And as long as you move, even slowly, you're winning. They don't know what it took just to get out of bed. They don't know what it cost to keep showing up, but you do. And one day, it all clicks. One day, you break through. And when that happens, don't play small, be grateful, be focused, be relentless, because the comeback doesn't end when you rise. It ends when you help someone else rise too. When someone looks at you and says, because of you, I didn't quit. That's the real win. That's the real legacy. Let's be real. The comeback isn't just sweat and motivation. Sometimes it's tears, the quiet kind, the ones you cry alone when there's no one left to fake strong for, when the weight of everything feels like it might crush you, when the pressure eats away at your mind and makes you question everything, your path, your worth, your whole damn identity. In those moments, you have two options, break or break through. This is where most people fold. They confuse pain with defeat, but not you, not this time. Because now you understand. Pain is the path. Discomfort is the signal. Struggle is the fuel. Champions aren't built in the spotlight. They're built in the dark, where giving up would have been easier. You made a choice to fight. That matters. This comeback was born in silence, built in the dark, when no one cheered, when no one believed, when even you could barely hold on. But you showed up every day, every damn day. Tired, good, you're working. Sore, good, you're growing. Scared, good, you're about to level up. Comfort is a trap. It lies to you, tells you you're fine where you are. But fine doesn't change lives. Fine doesn't make history. You don't want fine. You want transformation. And that never comes easy. You want the comeback, then sweat for it, cry for it, bleed for it, want it more than you want to breathe, because this world doesn't reward potential. It rewards proof. So give it. Prove you're not done. Prove failure was the setup. Prove rock bottom was the launch pad. You've come too far to stop now. Not here, not this close. You don't need permission. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need anyone's approval. You just need a reason. And if you're honest with yourself, you've already got one. Maybe it's your kids. Maybe it's your name. Maybe it's that promise you made to yourself that you'd never live like that again. Whatever it is, lock in. Let it ground you when life tries to shake you. Let it carry you when your legs feel heavy. Let it remind you why you started. When comfort shows up, dress like peace. They won't get it. They won't understand why you push like this, why you train like this, why you grind in silence and rise before the sun. But they don't have to, because this comeback, it's not for them. It's for you. For the version of you that felt small, the one they said wasn't enough, the one they laughed at, the one they forgot, the one who almost gave up. You owe that version everything. You owe them this. And that's why this comeback hits different. Because this time, it's not about hope. It's about fire. You're not asking for a seat at the table. You're building your own. You're not dreaming about it anymore. You're doing it. And no, it won't be easy. You'll want to quit 1,000 times, but you won't, because now you know what you're made of. And here's the truth. When the comeback is personal, the win becomes permanent. Don't confuse slow progress with no progress. You think you're stuck. You're not. You're grinding through the part most people run from. The hard, boring, repetitive, unglamorous part. That's where the foundation gets built. Where the storm becomes fuel, where champions get carved out of the mud. You want to be exceptional? That's when things shift. When discipline outruns doubt. When your grind drowns out guilt. When your vision roars louder than your fear. Momentum shows up quietly. It's not pretty, it's not perfect, but it's real. One habit, one promise kept, one early alarm. You didn't snooze, and suddenly you're not the same person anymore. You're not coming back. You're rising. You're not asking, can I? You're declaring, watch me. You're not waiting on a break. You're breaking barriers. And every time you show up, when it's hard, when it hurts, when quitting whispers in your ear, you prove something important. The old you is gone, buried, replaced by someone who stared into darkness and kept going. You're no longer defined by what broke you. You're defined by what you built from the rubble. They counted you out, underestimated, ignored, overlooked. Perfect. Because while they sleep on you, you're building something they won't be able to ignore. They think you're still down, still broken, still the same. Let them. You're not here to convince anyone. You're here to build something unstoppable. And when you step into your power, don't dim it. Don't shrink. Don't apologize. You've suffered in silence long enough. Now it's time to win out loud. Then show up when it's dull, when no one's watching, when there's no applause, no credit, no spotlight, when the only one who cares is you. That's the test. That's the separator. Every comeback starts with a decision. A moment when you say, I don't care how long it takes. I don't care how ugly it gets. I'm not going back. I'm not breaking down. I'm building right here, right now. That's the shift. Not motivation, not hype. Discipline. You won't always feel ready. You don't need to. You just need to act. Do what needs to be done, not what feels easy. Because what feels good now can rob you later. But what feels hard now, that's the stuff that pays off forever. And when it gets heavy, and it will breathe, focus on one step, one action, one win, then stack another and another. That's how you build momentum. That's how you build you. Every step forward is proof. The old you is gone. Gone is the version that second-guessed everything. Gone is the one who craved approval. Gone is the one who settled, played small, or gave up too soon. That version is dead. This question mark, this is the rise, the rebirth. From this moment on, it's personal. No one else needs to see it. No one else needs to believe in it, because you're not chasing people. You're chasing your potential, and you're catching up fast. Let them sleep. Let them doubt. Let them change the subject when you talk about your comeback. You'll be the one they remember when they need a reason not to quit. Because this is what happens when you lean into the pain. When you turn every no, every locked door, every sleepless night into fuel. When you show up with a hunger that makes people who gave up on themselves uncomfortable. You become unbreakable, not because you don't feel pain, but because you've made peace with it. You understand greatness isn't handed out. It's earned. With early mornings, with broken pride, with failure after failure, and the guts to try again. You want a life you're proud of? Build it. You want confidence? Earn it through reps, through sweat, through choices that make no sense to anyone but you. They don't know your fight. They don't know what it took just to stand. They don't see how hard it is to keep believing when everything is falling apart. But you do. And that's what makes you dangerous. This comeback isn't for applause. It isn't for headlines. It's for the nights you didn't quit, the mornings you kept going, the promise you made to yourself. And you're doing it quietly, powerfully, relentlessly. This comeback is personal, and it's already in motion. You don't owe the world an explanation. You owe yourself results. Let them talk. Let them misunderstand you. Let them write you off again. That's what they do. They don't know what it's like to fight back when everything's stacked against you. They don't know what it takes to rebuild from nothing, but you do. And that's your edge. You're not afraid of the hard road anymore. You've crawled it, bled on it, fallen flat, cried into the dirt, then stood up with nothing but breath and belief. That's real power. You lost people along the way. Good. Not everyone's built for the storm. Some were just tourists in your struggle. Let them go. Bless them. Then double down on you, because this isn't about them. It's about who you become when there's no exit but through. When comfort dies. When average feels like failure. When survival isn't enough and you decide to demand more. Comebacks don't start with confidence. They start with conviction, with I'm done wasting time, with no more waiting for perfect conditions. You know what happens when you wait. You rot, you shrink, you forget what you're capable of. So stop waiting. Start moving. Get angry at your own excuses. Get disgusted by your own stagnation. Move just to prove your past self wrong. You've been thinking about it for years. When will you start doing? Because here's the truth. Nobody cares about your dreams until you make them real. Nobody is going to come hand you success. Nobody is going to wake you up at 5 a.m., push you to work harder, and make sure you don't quit. That's your job. And the moment you take full responsibility for your future, that's when things start to change. This is where most people fail. They want the rewards without the sacrifice. They want the success without the struggle. They want the results, but aren't willing to pay the price. But you're different, because you're not just going to try. You're going to lock in and make it happen. How many times have you told yourself, I'll start tomorrow? How many times have you waited for motivation to kick in? You've been waiting for a sign, but the sign is right here, right now. You don't need another book, another podcast, another motivational video. You need to start. You need to lock in Stop blaming your circumstances. Stop saying, you don't have time. Stop saying, you don't have money, connection, or the right opportunities. Those are all excuses. The world doesn't care about what's holding you back. It only recognizes results. Now, everyone has problems. Everyone has reasons why they could fail. But winners push through. Winners don't let circumstances dictate their future. They create their own future. So what's stopping you? Fear, laziness, self-doubt. Whatever it is, it's not bigger than you. You are stronger than your excuses. Lock in. There is no easy way. There is no shortcut. If you want something extraordinary, you have to put in extraordinary effort. People say they want success, but do they really? Because wanting something and being willing to work for it are two different things. You say you want to be in shape, but do you push yourself in the gym every single day? You say you want to be successful, but do you stay up late grinding while everyone else is watching TV? You say you want a better life, but are you truly willing to suffer for it? Success is not a gift, it's earned, and the only way to earn it is through hard work, discipline, and sacrifice. You don't get what you wish for, you get what you work for. Motivation is unreliable, it fades. Some days you wake up inspired, but other days you don't. In those days, that's where discipline takes over. Discipline means doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It means waking up early. Even when you're tired, it means working out. Even when you don't want to, it means showing up every single day. Regardless of how you feel, winners don't wait to feel good before they take action. They take action and then they feel good because they're making progress. This is where most people quit the moment. Things get uncomfortable. They back off. They start strong but fade away when the excitement wears off. You are not most people lock in. The problem is most people want to be comfortable. Now they want to sleep in. They want to take breaks. They want to relax. And that's why they never get ahead. Because success doesn't care how comfortable you are. If you want to be great, you have to be willing to suffer. You have to give up distractions. You have to give up wasted time. You have to choose discipline over pleasure, commitment over comfort and progress, over procrastination. Your future self is waiting for you to stop making excuses. Your future self is watching you right now, wondering if you're going to step up or stay the same. When you look back on your life, will you be proud of what you did? Or will you regret the opportunities you let slip away? The choice is yours, lock in. This isn't about competing with anyone else. This is about becoming the best version of yourself. It's about looking in the mirror every morning and asking yourself, am I doing everything I can? Most people are stuck because they never demand more from themselves. They get comfortable. And comfort is the enemy of growth. Every single day, you have a chance to get better. You have a chance to outwork the old. You have a chance to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you think. It's not about talent. It's about work. It's about effort. Some people say, I don't have what it takes. But guess what? You do. You just have to stop doubting yourself and start proving it. Lock in. Time is running out. Every second you waste is a second you'll never get back. How bad do you really want it? Are you willing to make the sacrifices? Are you willing to go through the struggle? Are you willing to grind when nobody's watching? Because that's what it takes. You are one decision away from changing your life, one decision to commit, one decision to take action, one decision to stop waiting and start moving. Don't waste another day. Don't waste another opportunity. Don't wait for the right moment. It will never come. The time is now. Lock in. This is your life. Your future is in your hands. Nobody is going to save you. Nobody is going to do it for you. If you want to change your life, you have to be the one to make it happen. No more waiting. No more excuses. No more distractions. Commit. Focus. Take action. And whatever you do, lock in before you can win in life. You have to win in your mind. It all starts there. Your mindset is either your greatest weapon or your biggest weakness. If your mind is weak, everything crumbles. If your mind is strong, nothing can break you. The biggest battle you will ever fight is the one against yourself. The doubts, the fears, the voice in your head telling you to take it easy, to slow down, to quit when things get tough. You must silence that voice. Tell yourself, I am built for this. Tell yourself, I will not break. Tell yourself, I will keep going no matter what. Because the truth is, most people break before they even start. They talk themselves out of the fight. Before they throw a single punch, they convince themselves that it's too hard, that they don't have what it takes. That's not you. You are built different. You've already come this far. You've already survived every hardship life has thrown at you. Why stop now? The moment you decide, truly decide that failure is not an option, everything changes. You stop second guessing. You stop hesitating. You stop making excuses. You lock in. People fear pain. They run from it. They try to avoid it at all costs. But what they don't realize is that pain is the price of progress. Every time you push through discomfort, you grow. Every time you endure struggle, you get stronger. Every time you take one more step when your body is screaming for you to stop, you become unstoppable. You have two choices in life: suffer now for a better future, or suffer later with regret. Regret is the heaviest burden you will ever carry. It will haunt you. It will eat at you. It will remind you every single day that you had a chance, but you didn't take it years from now. Do you want to look back and say, I gave it everything I had? Or do you want to sit and regret, wondering what could have been? Make the decision today. Push through the pain. Embrace the grind. Lock in. Let's get real. Nobody cares about your excuses. Nobody is coming to save you. You didn't get the job. Work harder. You lost money. Work harder. You failed. Work harder. Life is not fair, and it never will be. But that doesn't mean you can't win it. Just means you have to fight harder. People respect results, not reasons. The world doesn't care if you had a rough childhood. It doesn't care if you had bad luck. It doesn't care if you don't feel like working today. The only thing that matters is what you do. If you want something, you have to go and take it. Nobody is going to hand it to you. No one is going to feel sorry for you. And honestly, you don't need them to, because you have everything you need already. And inside you, you have the ability, you have the strength, you have the heart. Now prove it. Lock in. Stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Stop waiting for someone to give you permission to chase your dreams. The clock is ticking. The opportunity in front of you will not wait forever. The world keeps moving whether you're ready or not. If you don't take action, now someone else will look at your life. Look at where you are today. If you're not happy with it, change it. If you're not where you want to be, do something about it. You don't get another shot at life. You don't get a rewind button. You only get one chance to live a life you're proud of. So why waste it? Why stay stuck? Why keep putting things off? This is it. This is your moment. Lock in. Some people sit around waiting for the world to give them something they think they deserve success just because they want it. They think life should be easier. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody owes you anything. You don't deserve success just because you show up. You don't deserve wealth just because you work hard. You don't deserve happiness just because you're a good person. You only get what you fight for. You only get what you earn. So if you want more, take it. Work for it. Earn it. Stop complaining about what you don't have and start working for what you want. Nobody is stopping you except you. Lock-in success is not about one big breakthrough. It's about doing the right things every single day. Wake up early, hit the gym stick to your goals, push yourself when nobody is watching. These small wins add up. They build momentum. They make you unstoppable. So stop waiting for a big moment to change your life. Start today. Start with the next decision you make. Start with the next action you take. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to start, because the longer you wait, the harder it gets locked in. You don't have to be the smartest. You don't have to be the most talented. You don't have to have the best connections. You just have to be consistent. The people who win in life are the ones who show up every single day, the ones who don't quit when it gets hard, the ones who don't make excuses. It's easy to work hard for a day. It's easy to be disciplined for a week. But what separates winners from everyone else is that they do it for years. They stay locked in for life. And that's what you need to do. Not for a few days, not for a few months, forever. Because success is not an event. It's a lifestyle. Lock in this. This is the moment where you make a choice. Are you going to keep waiting? Keep making excuses? Keep letting life pass you by? Or are you going to step up? Are you going to decide once and for all that you will do whatever it takes to get where you want to be? Because that's the difference between people who dream and people who achieve. One makes excuses, the other makes moves. One waits for motivation, the other creates discipline. One lets life happen, the other takes control. Which one are you going to be? You already know the answer. Lock in now. Go and don't look back. You have to start somewhere. You have to start right now. Even if it's just one small step, it's never going to be perfect. And that's okay. The only thing that matters is that you move forward, because each step you take now is a step that leads to the person you were always meant to be. Think about your goals. What do you want to achieve? What are the dreams that keep you up at night? You know they're possible, don't you? You know that somewhere deep down, you have everything it takes to make them real. But right now, that's just a dream. It's just an idea in your head, and it will stay that way unless you take action. The biggest mistake people make is thinking that the time for change is tomorrow, that the time for action is when things are easier, when everything aligns perfectly, when they feel ready. But I'm telling you, right now, that moment doesn't exist. The stars won't align for you. You have to make the move now, even if you don't feel ready, especially if you don't feel ready, because when you wait, you waste time. When you wait, you stay stuck. When you wait, you're giving up on yourself, and that's not something I want for you. Now, I know it's scary. It's terrifying to face the unknown, to step into a world where you don't have all the answers. It's easy to stay where it's comfortable, even if that comfort is suffocating. But here's the thing. Comfort is where dreams die. It's where ambition fades. It's where you get trapped in a cycle of what ifs. And one days, the world doesn't reward people who play it safe. The world rewards people who take risks, people who are willing to fail, to fall, to scrape themselves off the ground and try again. People who are willing to face their fear, their self-doubt, their insecurities, and say, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep pushing. I'm going to make this happen no matter what. Do you want to be that person, the one who takes risks, the one who breaks out of their shell and fights for the life they know they deserve? Because that's what it takes. It takes courage. It takes conviction. It takes the willingness to push through the hard days, the setbacks, the failures, and keep going anyway. And the truth is, it's not going to be easy. If you think it is, you're fooling yourself. Success isn't easy. Growth isn't easy. Being the person you want to be is not easy, but you can't let that stop you. You can't let fear control you. Here's the thing. The hardest moments in life, the moments when you want to quit, when you want to give up, when you feel like you've had enough, those are the moments that define you. Those are the moments that separate the people who make it from the people who don't. Those are the moments when you decide, I'm going to push through. I'm going to keep fighting. Now, I know there's a part of you that's scared. There's a part of you that's afraid to fail, afraid to fall, afraid of what might happen if you go all in. But let me tell you something. Failure is not the end. It's just a step on the journey. If you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. And if you're not failing, you're not growing. So take the leap. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Don't wait for the stars to align. Don't wait for some magic moment to come along and say, now is the time. The time is now. You have everything you need to start. You have the strength. You have the drive. You have the will. All that's left is to make the choice. If you don't change, now you never will. And I'm telling you, you're worth it. You deserve more than this life. You're living right now. You deserve to be the person you've always wanted to be. But you have to take that first step. So what's it going to be? Are you going to stay stuck? Or are you going to step up and change your life right now? The choice is yours. But remember, if you don't change now, you never will. There comes a moment in life when you look around and realize that everything is exactly the way it's always been. You wake up, go through the motions, and the days seem to slip by without any noticeable difference. The truth is, a lot of us have been in that place before. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You've been stuck in the same job, the same routine, the same old habits that never seem to get you anywhere. And it's easy to think, this is it. This is all life has for me. But let me tell you something. That's the lie. That's the trap. Because the moment you start believing that nothing can change is the moment you stop trying. And when you stop trying, you slowly give up on the person you could become. Listen carefully. Your current situation is not your final destination. It's just where you are right now, not where you have to stay. Growth begins the moment you decide that staying the same is no longer acceptable. That you refuse to let fear, comfort, or past failures decide your future. You have more control than you think. Every habit you build, every decision you make, every small action you repeat day after day shapes the direction of your life. People wait for big moments, for some massive breakthrough, but real change doesn't happen like that. It happens quietly in the small choices, waking up earlier when you don't wanna, putting in the extra effort when no one is watching, choosing discipline when excuses feel easier. That's where transformation lives. And the truth is, most people never reach their potential because they quit too early. They stop when it gets uncomfortable. They stop when progress feels slow. They stop right before things start to change. Don't be that person. Understand this. The struggle you're in right now is building something inside you. Resilience, patience, strength. The kind of strength that can't be faked or borrowed. It has to be earned through effort, through persistence, through refusing to give up when everything tells you to stop, there will be days when motivation disappears. Days when doubt creeps in and whispers that maybe this isn't worth it, maybe you're not capable, maybe it's too late. Those are the days that matter most, because discipline begins where motivation ends. Anyone can work hard when they feel inspired. Anyone can chase goals when energy is high. But the people who actually change their lives are the ones who keep going when they don't feel like it, when it's boring, when it's repetitive, when no one notices progress. That's where separation happens. That's where winners are built. You have to learn to trust the process even when you can't see the results yet, because growth is happening beneath the surface long before it becomes visible, just like roots growing underground, before a tree ever breaks through the soil. Your effort is never wasted. Every time you choose to continue, you're reinforcing the belief that you are capable of more, and that belief changes everything. It changes how you walk, how you think, how you respond to challenges. You stop seeing obstacles as signs to quit and start seeing them as proof that you're moving forward. I know it's cold, but are you courageous enough to step into uncharted territory? Beating on your craft day and night. I need you to disappear for the next 30 days. What does that look like? 720 hours dedicated to the future. Where focus goes, energy flows. The problem is you put too much energy into Netflix. You put too much energy into distractions. You put too much energy into entertainment. You put too much energy into things that are not feeding your purpose and destiny. Can you walk away from everything? Life has knocked you to the ground. You have survived the greatest traumas of your life. How tired are you of where you are right now? How bad do you want to get to that next level? What are you willing to do? What are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give up? Who are you willing to let go of to get where you want to be? See, everybody wants to be successful. Everybody wants to climb mountains. Everybody wants to be praised and celebrated, but nobody wants to sacrifice. Nobody wants to put in the work. Nobody wants to let go of every single distraction. Can you learn how to say no to what's hurting you? No to what's stopping you? No to the people that don't believe in you? The fakes and the phonies and the people that keep saying they'll support you when you get there but leave you when you arrive? Why are you here? And what are you going to do about it? Because the truth of the matter is, we have a purpose. We have a destiny. We have fulfillment. We've got connections to make. We've got people to meet. We've got rooms to walk in. We've got tables to sit at. I'm just wondering if you are willing, if you are courageous enough, if you have the faith, if you're bold enough to sit down for 30 days and write down what it is that's killing you. Can you walk away from everything for 30 days? Just 1 month, 720 hours? Imagine who you could be in 30 days. You got one life to live, rain, sleet, or snow. The time is now. You got an opportunity. So here's the deal. When you have an opportunity, why would you give 80%? Why would you give 70? Why wouldn't you always give 120%? And 20% you can't dictate if the ball's gonna always go in. You can't dictate what kind of game you're gonna have. You can't dictate how your body is gonna respond to move it around. But you can dictate what you can dictate is your good. You can dictate you can always give 120 effort. And every day I want you to wake up and not just go, I'm sweet. I want you to go, I'm not just going with skills. There's one type of dude who feel like because he's gifted, that it's just automatic roll for him. Let me tell y'all something. You are gifted, but you better humble yourself. You got to understand that pride comes before a fall. You may get it, but right now what? Oh, I can't hear y'all. You may get it, but right now what? You don't have it. That's not what gets you in the lead. Not with what you were born with. You got skill and you got will. You got skill and you got will, two totally different things. You were born with certain things, but to get to the next level, and not just get to the next level, but to stay at the next level, you gotta have will. So when you play, you have to compete. I'm a high school dropout. My daddy went in my life, but I found out I had a gift. Then I found out your gift shall make room for you. And I'm like, you mean to tell me if I perfect this, I can eat, and my kids can eat, and my kids' kids can eat? From today on, you play whatever your best game is. You play that level every single time. And one day, you'll look back and realize that the version of you who almost quit was standing right at the edge of a breakthrough. That's how it works. Progress feels invisible until suddenly it isn't. Suddenly, the things that used to feel impossible become normal. The discipline that once felt hard becomes part of who you are. The confidence you were searching for comes from keeping promises to yourself over and over again. You don't become stronger by avoiding difficulty. You become stronger by facing it, by showing up again and again until what once scared you no longer has power over you. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for approval. Stop waiting for someone to come save you. No one is coming, and that's not a bad thing, because it means the power has always been yours. This is your life, your responsibility, your opportunity to build something meaningful, something real, something you're proud of. When you finally understand that you stop blaming circumstances and start creating results, you stop asking, why is this happening to me? And start asking, what can I do next? To get tied to people that are going to help to position you and lock you in a place where you can fulfill purpose and destiny for 30 days, 720 hours. Imagine if you begin to write down the people that have not fed into your purpose, the people that have not fed into your destiny, the people that have lied in your face, the phonies, the frauds. Can you identify what has kept you broken? What has kept you broke? What has kept you defeated? What has kept you covered under the blankets of anxiety and stress and overwhelm? Your DNA has been mutated by people that are beneath you, and it's nothing wrong with having people in your life that you serve, that you love, but you're trying to make business moves with people that don't think like you. They don't walk like you. They don't sacrifice like you. They're not willing to put in the blood to sweat the tears behind closed doors. A man is rewarded in public for what he does in private. Think over the things you discuss with people. Go through the process. Go through the mud, run in the rain, dance in the snow, inhale, exhale. I know it's cold on the other side, but it's time for you to cross over because you're too comfortable to disappear for 30 days. Come back and shock the world. Who you are today has gotten you as far as you're going to get. If you're going to get any further, you're going to reinvent yourself. And if you're going to reinvent yourself, you've got to set it down for 30 days. You still keep trying to walk into your future fractured, broken, hurting. You need to walk into your future whole condition, ready to grab the people that believed in you before you made it to the top. Go back and get them. But first, you got to condition yourself. You're fractured, you're broken, you're under anxiety, and depression, and you've even been borderline suicidal at times. You've lost loved ones. Come on, who am I talking to? I'm talking to that person that's tired of where they are, and you are bold enough. You are crazy enough. You are courageous enough to shut it down for 30 days. You've talked about it enough. You've talked to your haters about it. You've talked to your supporters about it. You've posted about it. You've shared about it. You've written about it. Now, it's time to put the work here. Disappear 30 days. The lonely chapter is brutal. The Rocky montage lasts 90 seconds in a movie and 5 years in real life. People tell you you're not going to make it. And at a month, they're right. At 6 months, still right. At a year, still right. They're measuring in days. You're measuring in decades. Why do you keep fighting? Because you choose to. The energy it takes to start is way more than the energy it takes to continue. And the beginning gives you the least reward. Everyone who's done something meaningful has gone through this exact chapter. You don't fit in with your old friends, but you don't have the outcomes to fit into a new group. You're alone consuming content, watching tutorials, wondering if it's even worth it. There are no signs of success yet, but the sign of success is the hate you get. Don't bend the knee to it. Like in the Matrix, Trinity opens the door and says, you know where going back leads. You're starting to see who you could be. That's why it feels like hell. But happiness can be found even in the darkest times, if you remember to turn on the light. I wanted to be accepted growing up. I lied. I shaped myself to fit in. I found out who I was by going through life alone. There was no trophy on the wall. The trophy is in my brain. No one helped me. No one paid my bills. I did it alone. Put yourself in situations that suck, and you'll find yourself. I fought for it because no one gave it to me. It was just me, alone in the gym, alone in my head. Many people want to be exceptional, but are afraid of being an exception. You can't do what everyone approves of and expect a different outcome. If you can't explain why you believe something, it's not your belief. Shut off technology. Go dark. Be quiet in your mind. Figure out who you are. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be unhappy sometimes. Purpose takes time. No one finds it because life is too loud. You either leave as people be or you find yourself. I built this brick by brick. I'll be damned if I let someone tear it down. The superpower is learning to be alone and enjoying it. That's where you discover what you actually believe. There's a lonely chapter in everyone's journey. You don't fit the old group anymore, but you haven't earned the new one. Friends say, you've changed. No, you've grown. People walk around parroting other people's words their whole lives. They record and play back. That's why they feel fake and empty. I just want more, to be successful, to take care of people I love. Comfort is dangerous. Waking up is a blessing. I walked 1 mile in the worst shape of my life, then another. At mile 81, my mind knew it wasn't quitting. That's the 40% rule. When the mind won't quit, the body adapts. That day taught me we're capable of anything. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. No one is patient anymore. Change takes time. You'll hit plateaus. Reframe hardship as the story you'll tell one day. If something bad happens, it becomes part of the story. That assumes you'll survive and figure it out. If you wrote a book about your life right now, would it change someone's life? If not, get to work. Go to the dark room. No phone, no noise. Figure out what you want to be. God speaks in silence. The one companion you always have is yourself. Learn to be okay alone. Sometimes it beats the alternative. If you had to create a human to be tough, you wouldn't give them an easy life. Traits have price tags. You pay with time. If you want exceptional traits, you must pay exceptional prices. That realization gives comfort in hard times. We will not bend. We will not break. We will not quit. When you're built different, people will say something's wrong with you. Embrace it. At mile 81, everything connected. It was me versus me. No crowd, no race, just survival. Being different isn't bad. It's exceptional. There's a story of two pottery classes. The class that made the most pots ended up with the best quality. Volume beats luck. Do enough work and you brute force success. Never give up. If there's a wall, go through it, over it, or around it. Most people are distracted, unhealthy, broke. It's never been easier to win or easier to do nothing. Get in shape. Make money. Problems get smaller. Work isn't pain if you're doing something worth doing. Addiction to work comes from meaningful work. Success is doing the obvious thing for an extraordinary period of time. You can't be normal and exceptional at the same time. Assumed luck doesn't apply to you. Build value. Trade time for skills. No one is coming. No one will push you. You must parent yourself. It's easy to quit. What's hard is showing up again when nothing changes. Fear creates or destroys you. Face it and it shrinks. Avoid it and it grows roots. Champions aren't special. They persevere. Being average becomes sickening at some point. That's when the spark hits. You get up and go. You keep going. It happens to everyone eventually. When it does, be grateful. You're alive. Potential is inside you. Always has been. Clubs, parties, fitting in. Those are distractions from facing yourself. Make yourself a companion you respect. Someone honest. Someone accountable. You'll lose sleep. You'll doubt. You'll stress. That's what hard feels like. Everything worth doing is hard. If it's hard, good. Fewer people will do it. Don't develop a quit mind. Repetition every day. Stay hard. You know how to do it. You just don't want to do it badly enough yet. Luck happens after effort. If you haven't gotten what you want, you're not worthy yet, and that's okay. Improve. There's joy in the grind. It filters out hate. Always show up. Always be willing to fail. You can't be weak and expect the greatness to come out of you. You can't expect anything good to come out of nothing. If you're not given nothing, you get nothing. Now get up and do your work. When it comes to the work ethic, that's when you have to dig deeper. That's when you have to work harder. That's when you have to shut out all the noise and all the naysayers. Sometimes, ladies and gentlemen, you just have to be quiet and listen to your passion. Listen to your heart. Listen to your truth. It's okay sometimes, because these things are going to happen no matter how hard you work. But you don't have the right to give up. You don't have the right to give in and stop playing a blame game and go about your business when you have been pushed back, even harder. I dare you to go down that path that many refuse to go. Pain, passion, focus, faith. You put it together. You will be an unstoppable force. Will you keep going in the face of whatever? I never thought about quitting. If they told me to get back in the water again, let's go. They told me to put that log on my shoulder. Let's go. Put the boat on my head. Let's go. I didn't care. I wasn't the fastest. I wasn't the strongest. I wasn't the smartest. but I did know that I could work hard. I had to work hard. You're going to struggle. You're going to go through some hardship. You're going to sweat. You're going to choke. You're going to get your arm broke. And like these things are going to happen. Okay, I'm going to go forward. There's no, I can't get out of this. I'm going to go forward. I'm not going to quit. So I'm going to go forward. Bring it on. And I think if there's anything that you learn, it's to keep pushing through things that suck. And I would love to say like, oh, keep pushing through adversity, but this isn't adversity. This is just things that suck. And you're going to have to push through it, but it's like, do you want to do this or not? Which is what I think a lot of want to. Do you actually want to do this or not? But the vast majority of people, they quit. But they don't usually say that. And even in their mind, they probably don't believe it. They probably believe, well, you know, it's my legs. And once my legs was hurting, I knew I was going to have a hard time on the runs. And since I wasn't going to be able to make the runs, that's why I quit. But it wasn't really quitting. It was my legs. You're talking there about people making excuses. What have you come to learn about the nature of excuses? Your excuses will destroy you and take everything that you ever wanted from you if you let them. When your excuses make you feel a little bit better about the fact that you didn't execute on what you needed. Execute on, then they can make you feel better, but they're not helping you. They're not helping you at all. When the excuses all go away and people can actually confront the fact that this is all because of me, it hurts, but is also unbelievably empowering. Because if these problems are because of me, then I'm capable of fixing these problems. Life was given for a reason. We exist for a reason. We were put on this earth to do great things. But the challenges, ladies and gentlemen, the challenges had to happen. They must happen. But we must carry on. What do we do with the life that has been given? How do we face the circumstances that have been brought before us? Do we give up? Do we stand up? Do we push through? Those are the questions that we ask each and every day when we are faced with adversity. No one said it was supposed to be easy. Hard times create tough mass. Tough mass creates tough characters. But you got to carry on, so when it gets tough, you got to get tough. We are born to do great things. Not everybody is going to stand with you. Not everybody is going to support you. Not everybody is going to be by your side. So when you're standing alone, make sure you stand with a pure heart that you do have something that you must do. Learn to walk alone. Sometimes learn to be strong when you need to be strong. Learn to understand that not everybody will be with you. Energy it takes to start is way more than the energy it takes to continue. And the beginning gives you the least reward. Everyone who's done something meaningful has gone through this exact chapter. You don't fit in with your old friends, but you don't have the outcomes to fit into a new group. You're alone consuming content, watching tutorials, wondering if it's even worth it. There are no signs of success yet, but the sign of success is the hate you get. Don't bend the knee to it. Like in the Matrix, Trinity opens the door and says, you know where going back leads. You're starting to see who you could be. That's why it feels like hell. But happiness can be found even in the darkest times, if you remember to turn on the light. I wanted to be accepted growing up. I lied. I shaped myself to fit in. I found out who I was by going through life alone, There was no trophy on the wall. The trophy is in my brain. No one helped me. No one paid my bills. I did it alone. Put yourself in situations that suck and you'll find yourself. I fought for it because no one gave it to me. It was just me, alone in the gym, alone in my head. Many people want to be exceptional, but are afraid of being an exception. You can't do what everyone approves of and expect a different outcome. If you can't explain why you believe something, it's not your belief. Shut off technology, go dark, be quiet in your mind. Figure out who you are. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to be unhappy sometimes. Purpose takes time. No one finds it because life is too loud. You either leave as people be or you find yourself. I built this brick by brick. I'll be damned if I let someone tear it down. The superpower is learning to be alone and enjoying it. That's where you discover what you actually believe. There's a lonely chapter in everyone's journey. You don't fit the old group anymore, but you haven't earned the new one. Friends say, you've changed. No, you've grown. People walk around parroting other people's words their whole lives. They record and play back. That's why they feel fake and empty. I just want more, to be successful, to take care of people I love. Comfort is dangerous. Waking up is a blessing. I walked 1 mile in the worst shape of my life, then another. At mile 81, my mind knew it wasn't quitting. That's the 40% rule. When the mind won't quit, the body adapts. That day taught me we're capable of anything. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. No one is patient anymore. Change takes time. You'll hit plateaus. Reframe hardship as the story you'll tell one day. If something bad happens, it becomes part of the story. That assumes you'll survive and figure it out. If you wrote a book about your life right now, would it change someone's life? If not, get to work. Go to the dark room. No phone, no noise. Figure out what you want to be. God speaks in silence. The one companion you always have is yourself. Learn to be okay alone. Sometimes it beats the alternative. If you had to create a human to be tough, you wouldn't give them an easy life. Traits have price tags. You pay with time. If you want exceptional traits, you must pay exceptional prices. That realization gives comfort in hard times. We will not bend. We will not break. We will not quit. When you're built different, people will say something's wrong with you. Embrace it. At mile 81, everything connected. It was me versus me. No crowd, no race, just survival. Being different isn't bad. It's exceptional. There's a story of 2 pottery classes. The class that made the most pots ended up with the best quality. Volume beats luck. Do enough work and you brute force success. Never give up. If there's a wall, go through it, over it, or around it. Most people are distracted, unhealthy, broke. It's never been easier to win or easier to do nothing. Get in shape. Make money. Problems get smaller. Work isn't pain if you're doing something worth doing. Addiction to work comes from meaningful work. Success is doing the obvious thing for an extraordinary period of time. You can't be normal and exceptional at the same time. Assume luck doesn't apply to you. Build value. Trade time for skills. No one is coming. No one will push you. You must parent yourself. It's easy to quit. What's hard is showing up again when nothing changes. Fear creates or destroys you. Face it, and it shrinks. Avoid it, and it grows roots. Champions aren't special. They persevere. Being average becomes sickening at some point. That's when the spark hits. You get up and go. You keep going. It happens to everyone eventually. When it does, Be grateful. You're alive. Potential is inside you. Always has been. Clubs, parties, fitting in. Those are distractions from facing yourself. Make yourself a companion you respect. Someone honest. Someone accountable. You'll lose sleep. You'll doubt. You'll stress. That's what hard feels like. Everything worth doing is hard. If it's hard, good. Fewer people will do it. Don't develop a quit mind. Repetition every day. Stay hard. You know how to do it. You just don't want to do it badly enough yet. Luck happens after effort. If you haven't gotten what you want, you're not worthy yet, and that's okay. Improve. There's joy in the grind. It filters out hate. Always show up. Always be willing to fail. I need you to know that you're enough. I need you to know that you're qualified. I need you to know that all you have is all you need. You are an unrepeatable miracle, and there is none like you in all of the earth. And if nobody told you today, let me be the first to tell you, there is none like you in all of the earth. Your DNA, your footprint, your fingerprint, your purpose, your calling, your destiny, your mindset, your mentality. And I'm just wondering if you are bold enough and courageous enough to believe what I'm saying. You are enough. But the truth of the matter is, what you think is pain, what you think is hurting you, is actually helping you. And I'm just wondering if maybe you could just change the way that you think. Maybe if you could just see this thing differently. I know they left you, they hurt you. It left you, it hurt you. And you feel like you're just in this place where you can't move forward. See it differently. You've been too focused on the people that don't like you, the people that don't support you, the people that told you to write the book, and then when you released it, they never bought it. You've been too focused on the past childhood traumas. You've been too focused on who was not there for you and who did not believe in you, and the people that just said it but didn't do it. The trauma, the anxiety. And I'm wondering if you can begin to shift that focus in the next 30 days. If you can begin to shift that focus on what's working in your life, what's within your control, and not what's outside of your control. What can you control? Who can you influence? The first person that needs to be influenced in your life is you. It's you. And I'm just wondering if you're courageous enough, bold enough, if you have enough faith. Come on. If you have enough inside of you, resilience to come back to the scene. It starts with me and the man upstairs. And it ends right here. Let the fear fade and let faith invade. You must move forward in strength. Do not succumb to the depression, the anxiety, the rage, the hatred, or the regret. Live in purpose. Resist the temptation to give in. I can tell you this, that resurrection is a decision. And every single day, you got to decide. People who publicly rise are the people that made a private decision not to stay down any longer. I don't know what time you're listening to me, and I don't mean to sound morbid, but somebody died tonight. Somebody died this morning. Somebody died this afternoon. I don't know what time you're listening to me, but somebody didn't make it. There's still life left in you. You are still breathing. You have another opportunity to begin again, and every day, every single day gives you that new opportunity. Appreciate it. Flow from this place of gratitude to say, God, thank you for keeping my mind when I could have lost it. Thank you, Lord, for giving me one more day, one more opportunity. They say time is what we want most, but what we use worst. The moment that you stop striving, the moment that you stop pressing, the moment that you stop fighting, you start dying, just keep going to the next level. Just keep climbing that staircase. Just keep going. And it's not about beating the man or woman that's standing in the room with you. It's about beating the man and the woman that's in the mirror. Can you do better than you? Can you do better than you did yesterday?
When I decide for myself that I'm going to do something different.
I've made huge developments while I was staying up until 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning running a nightlife business. You can make huge developments in your personal growth journey while you're doing a 9 to 5.
You have this moment where you go, well, what if? What if this is the time sobriety sticks? What if I go to therapy and I actually do change the way that I think? What if I could get out of debt? If that person did it, maybe I could do it. And without either hope or that kind of rock bottom moment, I don't think you're going to change.
We can stay here, get the shit kicked out of us, or we can fight our way back into the light. We can climb out of hell. 1 inch at a time.
How many times do you have to hear, if nothing changes, nothing changes? Right? And yet, somehow we expect things to change.
You're always afraid to take the first step because all you see is every negative thing 10 miles down the road. But you can do anything you want. You are bound by nothing.
The time comes for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow.
Nothing changes and nothing changes, man. In order for something to change, there needs to be change.
Well, I'm afraid to make a change, and I'd say, well, that's okay. That's understandable. How afraid are you of not making a change? Let's make a little vision of that. You're 35, you hate your job. What's the consequence? You're not motivated. You don't want to get out of bed in the morning. You're starting to get depressed. You're getting bitter. You're getting resentful. You're getting cynical. You're amotivated at work. You're not doing a very good job. And you're starting to shrink. Now play that out for 10 years. You don't change it. You don't fix it. And what happens? Well, it's not like it's going to get better of its own accord. What's going to happen to you? Well, for sure, at minimum, what's going to happen to you is you're going to be in the same situation, but 10 years older. And if you can't get out of that situation now, what the hell makes you think you're going to get out of it in 10 years?
You're only seeing what's in front of you. You're not seeing what's above you.
Everybody's so crippled by decisions, but you never know how the other thing worked out. Let me give you an example. Let's say you don't go to college and you start this business and you were 100% right and it's huge and you're doing so great. Yeah. But because you did that, you had to fly to America for a big meeting and your plane crashed and you died. That would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Or you think you're gonna go to college because it's a good experience and you'll meet people? You can meet people in a business. You're not gonna know. I think people overthink decisions. You'll never know what the alternative would have been. So just pick one and do it.
If you will change, everything will change for you. You don't have to change what's outside. All you've got to change is what's inside. To have more, you simply have to become more. And then he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. Don't wish for less problems, wish for more skills. Start working on yourself, making these personal changes. And he said, it'll all change for you.
It's the few that do. The few that do in life. That creates the envy for the many that just watch.
The real pain in life is getting to the end of it and realizing that you left something on the table, I think. That I had unfulfilled potential. I could have done more, and I didn't.
Two forms of pain. Pain that breaks you, and the pain that changes you. That's the pain of a change right there. That's the pain of progress. The pain that destroys you isn't this shit. It's later in life knowing you could have been more. And all that's left is you and the fear and tears of a possibility left that you allowed to die. Own your life, guys. You get every opportunity. There's no excuse not to be the hardest worker in the room.
What would have had to have happened in a week for you to look back on that week with pride? Okay, maybe stop breaking promises to yourself. When you say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m., and when the option comes to hit the snooze button, don't do it. There's one win that you've got for the day. That's action.
The path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that or bemoaning it, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
I would say ask her out. No matter who she is, whether she's a job or a new city or a actual person, whether she's an opportunity or a fear, whatever she is, man, ask her out.
That there is a way out, that there is a way to do more, to get more, to obtain more. But I personally don't want to lose all that I've been able to get. So I need to make sure that I do everything to keep it. So I can't be content. We're all writing a book. What's your book look like? What does your book look like? Like your life is a book. You got a bunch of chapters in your book, but when they close that book, how good was the book?
There'll be times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. And so wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be successful or not is pointless. It is. You just put one foot in front of the other, you control what you can't control, and then you see what the outcome is, right? If you win, great, you're going to have to wake up the next day and do the journey over again. If you lose, it sucks, but you're going to have to wake up the next day and do the journey all over again anyway, right? So it's really pointless to sit here and debate or have doubt or this, that, and the other. You train as hard as you can, and you step out there and you let it flow.
What is that thing that we wanted to accomplish? That thing you wanted to accomplish, that thing that has been gnawing at your gut, that thing that you think you have some passion about, that you want to take a crack at, that thing that's been in your crosshairs, that thing I'm thinking about, I want to accomplish it, I think I'm going to be good at it, I think I could make something of this particular thing. You know what? One day. I'll do it one day. This is day one. This is day one. That thing I have had in my crosshairs, that thing that I believe gets me out of bed, that thing that I run towards, that thing that I want to be passionate about, that thing I want to accomplish. Today is the first day. Today is day one.
Why would you not go for it? Why would you not take a chance? At one point in time, you got to take a chance on you.
Yeah. It's like, I've got one in life and this is it, and we're in it right now, and there isn't a second to waste. Let's do this. What are we doing? What am I doing? What's exciting? What's fun? And kind of stand or fall, it doesn't matter. There's a great Chinese expression, a great old proverb. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
What one great thing would you dare to dream if you knew you could not fail? If you knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that you could not fail, what one thing would you set as a goal for yourself? Because sometimes answering that question will tell you the one thing that you've been put on this earth to accomplish.
75 years. That's how much time you get if you're lucky. 75 years, 75 winters, 75 springtimes, 75 summers, and 75 autumns. When you look at it like that, it's not a lot of time, is don't waste them. Get your head out of the rat race and forget about the superficial things that preoccupy your existence and get back to what's important now. Right now, this very second.
Every morning when you get up, say over and over to yourself, do it now, do it now, do it now. I do it now, do it now. Whenever you have this tendency to procrastinate, program your subconscious mind with this automatic conditioned command, do it now, do it now, do it now. The key to overcoming procrastination is to develop a sense of urgency. Be the kind of person who gets things done quickly. Be the kind of person who launches fast on a task.
Is that when it feels scary to jump, Ian, that is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life. And that I can't do.
There's a saying, when the devil ignores you, then you know you're doing something wrong. Wait a minute, I'm not done now. You know, the devil goes, oh no, leave him alone. Hey, he's my favorite. Don't bother him. Yeah. Conversely, when the devil comes at you, maybe it's because you're trying to do something right.
You know, if every time someone asks you a question, you try to say the right answer, your entire life is a test. And when did you have the most anxiety in grammar school and high school? No question. On test day. No question. So your entire life become this test. I ain't trying to say the right answer. I am just doing what I feel. My mama said trying is failing. There is no ifs, woulds, coulds, shoulds. It just is, and we just are.
But go out there and make something of yourself, for God's sake. Be an honest person and work and get to the top of whatever it is that you want to get to the top of. Stand up for yourself like a respectable human being and be a bit of a light on the world instead of a blight.
The time is now. The time is now to express and for people to believe in themselves. The time is now for it to be okay to be great. People in this world shun people for being great, for being a bright color, for standing out. But the time is now to be okay to be the greatest you.
Heroes and villains always have the same backstory, pain. The difference is what they choose to do about it. Villain says, the world hurt me, I'll hurt it back. The hero says, the world hurt me, I'm not going to let it hurt anybody else. Heroes use pain, villains are used by it.
You and I are capable of doing whatever we can see. If we can hold it in our head, we can hold it in our hand. Don't waste your life. Set your goals high. Quit thinking about what's wrong. Start thinking what's right. Love a little more, hate a little less. You have no idea what you're capable of doing. Make up your mind today, you're going to figure it out.
To develop the quality of being unstoppable. Develop the quality of being unstoppable. Say in yourself that no matter what life throws at me, it'll never stop me. No matter how rough it gets, I will never quit, and nothing will ever stop me. Make the decision that you can be tired, you can be worn out, but nothing is ever going to stop you.
I'm always waiting for everything to be perfect before I live my life. I'm always waiting for everything to be perfect before I live my life. As soon as these things line up, I'm going to live my life. You can't wait for everything to be perfect to start living your life. And that's what I've done. My whole life has been like that. Inside of me, it has been, as soon as it's all lined up, I'm going to show you myself. As soon as I've got it all looking the way I want, I'm going to show up for you. I'm never going to get to that where everything's okay, where everything looks a certain way. And in the meantime, I'm burning the best time I do have available. I'm burning that candle up. I'm burning this candle down, and I'm saying as soon as it gets bright enough or warm enough in here, I'm going to show up. But the candle's getting smaller.
I had a difficult childhood, but there's no excuse for people not being able to do what they want to do. You can do anything that you want to do. So if you're young, don't give up. Don't say the world is just against me. That's not true.
And the other thing that's so interesting about being alive is that you're all in. No matter what you do, you're all in. This is going to kill you. So I think you might as well play the most magnificent game you can while you're waiting. Because do you have anything better to do? Really? Why not pick the best thing possible that you could do?
If times are hard, good things nor bad things last forever. But most generally, we are in control of our own destiny.
You think when you're young that you have all this time. You have no time. There's no time. I mean, one of the quotes on the wall in the gym in there is, "There is no tomorrow," from Rocky III. You know, there is no tomorrow. F that shit. Let's get all this done today.
Just sitting around dreaming someday, you know, I mean, someday I'm going to get a different job. Someday I'm going to change this. Well, someday ain't a day of the week. You know, there's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Look on your calendar. Some days not on there. So you got to say, okay, I want to take this small step by here, this small step by there, this small step by there. And then pretty soon, you know, we don't leap tall buildings in a single bound. We take it a floor at a time.
You know, greatness is not meant for a few chosen people. It's meant for those who persistently pursue their dreams every day and make that choice when they wake up. So just a mentality, really. Aspirations come from people that do amazing things, but they're really ordinary people just waking up every day doing it, doing the little things that other people aren't doing. So chop wood, carry water, I gotta stay poised is definitely something.
And we all have this feeling that I came into this world. Now, it isn't true. You came out of this world like a leaf comes out of a tree.
You're going to realize it one day. That happiness was never about your job or your degree or being in a relationship. Happiness was never about following in the footsteps of all of those who came before you. It was never about being like the others. One day you're going to see it. That happiness was always about the discovery, the hope, the listening to your heart, and following it wherever it chose to go. Happiness was always about being kinder to yourself. It was always about embracing the person you were becoming. One day you will understand that happiness was always about learning how to live with yourself, that your happiness was never in the hands of others. One day you will realize that true happiness comes from within, and no external factors can define it. It was always about you. It was always about you.
If you want to know something about yourself, sit on your bed one night and say, what's one thing I'm doing wrong, that I know I'm doing wrong, that I could fix, that I would fix? You meditate on that, you'll get an answer. And it won't be one you want, but it'll be the necessary one.
If you can get a mental image of the person you would most like to become, begin now to act as that person would act in everything you do. Gradually, imperceptibly, you will actually become that person. It goes back to what the great German poet and philosopher Goethe once said. Before you can do something, you must first be something. Before you can do what you would most like to do, you must first become the person who can do it.
Anything I have done in my life, I've done it, and I've done it with the expectation I have and no regrets, or I wouldn't have done it in the first place. I'm a man of calculation. You know what I mean? I'm a man of strategic planning and strategic movement. You know, so when I do things, I make sure I don't regret it.
Is there any limit to your ambition?
No.
Or any limit to what you think you can achieve?
No. Well, no. Because I think right now, if I was to quit rapping and I said I want to go to the NBA, I would be in the NBA.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
No, you would.
Yes, I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Why would you think you could make it to the NBA?
Because I think I could do anything.
10 years from now, you will surely become someone. The big question is, who? What are you becoming? And if you go to work on it now, sure enough, in a very short period of time, you can take on a new direction to become the kind of person you want to be. 10 years from now, you will surely arrive. And the question is, where? So to answer the question of where you want to arrive and the kind of person you want to be, you've got to get serious.
Hey, you can do anything you put your mind to. Never give up on your dreams. Keep smiling no matter what you're going through. If you fall down, just get up. If you can't get up, your friends are there to help you up. Your mama's there, your daddy's there, God's there. Hey, I'm there to help you up.
And so all of a sudden you're sitting there and you're thinking, man, I thought my life was together. Now it's in shambles at my feet. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not. It's all right. It's all right. You're not supposed to have it together. All right, those who go to college, get out of college, get a job, and stay in that job until they retire, then retire and buy property down in Florida, that's an anomaly. That's not normal. It happens, but it's an anomaly. And most of those people, you know, they might be really good people, but they ain't got cool stories to tell.
Life moves pretty fast. You don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. I always thought joy was, oh, I get this and then I'm happy, or I do this and then I'm happy, or I get her and then I'm happy, or I make that and then I'm happy, or they respect me and then I'm happy. Or I always thought happiness was to be acquired by the things I would gain from life. That's why I was always grabbing. If I knew early on that happiness actually is in me offering all of my suffering up for other people as an instructive thing, or as something that could benefit man, then I maybe would have lived my life different. So I guess the question I would ask anybody is, how do you use your suffering to tap into your joy?
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And when you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. And I'm here to tell you, number one, that most of you say you want to be successful, but you don't want it bad. You just kind of want it. You don't want it badder than you want to party. You don't want it as much as you want to be cool. Most of you don't want success as much as you want to sleep. Some of you love sleep more than you love success. And I'm here to tell you today, if you're going to be successful, you've got to be willing to give up sleep. You got to be willing to work off for 3 hours of sleep, 2 hours. If you really want to be successful, some days you're going to have to stay up 3 days in a row. Because if you go to sleep, you might miss the opportunity to be successful. That's how bad you got to want it.
Your family's looking for that one guy right now. They're looking for that one guy who's strong, who's that pillar for the family in hard times. Make sure they look around and find you. These are the times right now for you to step up. Be that guy that can take anything.
One of my friends, Alex, has got this quote which I love, and he says, "The heaviest things in life aren't iron and gold, but unmade decisions. The reason you are stressed is that you have decisions to make and you're not making them."
How I'm able to just extract dopamine, the good dopamine, whenever I want. Man, I've trained 99% of my life alone. No one pat me on the back. I did all of the work alone. And while I'm still hard on myself, I know what I did. So whenever times get bad for people, all this, who's gonna carry the boats and love, that's real. I hate that people know me for that guy, because that guy is not every day. Like when they see me, they want that energy. That's not me every day. I can extract it immediately when I need to, because when you train alone, and I lived alone for so many years in this misery, and you're able to get out of it by yourself, I can take myself to such a level of real passion and purpose. And like, the feeling I get is something I can't even explain by myself. I don't need anyone. That's why people come to me to motivate them. No one can motivate me.
People only root for people who don't need it. Like the amount of times when I was on my lonely path where I was too different from the friends that I had, but not successful enough to be friends with the people that I wanted to be friends with. That's when you want people to root for you. That's when you want people to support you. Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing, he's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. And so you always have to be the person who roots for you before everybody else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. And that visual, I think, is one that you can kind of take, because it is, people struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that or bemoaning it, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
Damn, man, what the hell are you doing? This guy will knock you on your ass. Come on, Rock, it's not a game. You want to live in the hospital for 5 weeks this time? You thought I was tough? This jump will kill you. He's trying to hurt you, Rock. He's trying to hurt you. Okay, here he comes. Jab. He's jabbing. He's jabbing. He's hooking. He's hooking. Damn, Rock, come on. What's the matter with you?
Tomorrow. Let's do it tomorrow.
There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow. There is no tomorrow.
Look in the mirror and look at themselves. The problems in your life are your own dang fault. And so the answer into fixing the problems in your life are in your own dang hands. The responsibility for the well-being of your family, your wife, your husband, your children are yours.
You know, some of y'all are motivated by broke. I'm broke, I'm stuck, I'm f***ed up, I can't do nothing. Some of y'all are motivated by just wanting to accomplish the things that you want to accomplish. Other folks are motivated by materialistic things. It's a very simple concept. If you want it, you gotta go get it.
You think when you're young that you have all this time. You have no time. There's no time. I mean, one of the quotes on the wall in the gym in there is no tomorrow, from Rocky 3. You know, there is no tomorrow. That let's get all this done today.
So whenever gets nasty, David Goggins goes, "You had nobody anyway, mother." So see how I'm talking myself right now? That's me. That fires me the up. That makes me nuts. You had nobody anyway, mother. Look around you. There was no team. It was you. There was no weight loss program or mom and dad waking you up saying you can do it, you can be better, trying to build belief. You built belief when you had nothing. Rock bottom.
It's easy to give up. Hell yeah. Easy. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. All right, man, I'm done. I ain't going. I ain't gonna keep going. Yeah, I don't feel like going to work. I'm done.
Yeah, man.
It's easy. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yo, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder. That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
The bottom line is, no one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you. And because you're only ever going to do the things that you feel like doing right now or that feel good right now, unless you understand that you've got to parent yourself, you got to push yourself, you're not going to make your dreams come true. You're just not. We're not wired that way. You weren't born that way. You weren't that way when you were growing up, and you're certainly not that way as an adult.
At some point, everything's going to go south on you. Everything's going to go south, and you're going to say, this is it. This is how I end. Now, you can either accept that, or you can get to work.
Be the hero of your own movie. If your life was a movie, and it started now, forget about whatever financial disasters you've had, personal failures, relationship failures. What would the hero of your life's movie do right now? Do that.
You cannot live in that normal mindset. You must be your best on your worst day. And how you do that is you cannot think of a normal mindset. You cannot have a normal mindset.
And I promise you, every single person who wants to do something with their life and has done something with their life has gone through the exact chapter that you're going through. And it's the lonely chapter. It's the chapter where you you don't fit in with your own friends, but you don't have the outcomes yet to fit into a new group of friends. And you're doing this thing, you're consuming content on the internet, you're doing these free tutorials online to try and figure out how to set up a podcast and where do I host this thing? And then you're going through this and you're like, is this even worth it? Because you have no signs of success, right? But if there's anything that you can take away from what we're saying right now, is that the sign of success is the hate that you get along the way. And what you can't do is bend the knee to their hate and fit back into the conformity because it's comfortable and it's warm. Because like in the Matrix, when Trinity opens the door, when Neo's about to go take the red pill and he wants to get out of the car, she says, Neo, you've been down that road and you know exactly where it leads. And I know that's not where you want to be. And then he closes the door. Like right now, this moment that you're going through is Trinity opening the door and being like, you could go back, but then you'd have to remember exactly what the reason was that you decided not to go out to begin with, just because you listen to this podcast and you consume this content, you're like, I can do more than this. Like, because you are starting to live in some of that hell where you look in the mirror and you're like, I can do more. And you start to see the person that you could be. And you're like, this does start to feel like hell.
It's all in your mind. Whatever you hold in your mind will tend to occur in your life. If you continue to believe as you have always believed, you will continue to act as you have always acted. You will continue to get what you have always gotten. If you want different results in your life or your work, all you have to do is change your mind.
There's no passion, there's no motivation, there's no, oh my God, man, it's every day of your life just doing. No passion, no discipline, no motivation. All these words, I hate that so many people use these words now because it's watered. Where's passion when you're 300 pounds? Where's the motivation when you can't read and write? Where is it? So how did this happen? I just did.
There's a great old proverb. The best time to plant a tree is 20 years ago. The second best time is now.
It was life and death. Either you live or you die. Which one do you want, Tom? That was the decision. In the corporate life and in the gym. But if you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you you can't do something. I'll repeat that. If you want something bad enough, you can't let anybody tell you you can't do something, not even yourself. A lot of days I'm like, oh, you can't do this, Tom. Bull. Let me show you. I mean, I would have arguments with myself. I could do it.
We define ourselves far too often by our past failures. We look at our past and we say, well, that's me. That's not you. You are this person right now. You're the person who's learned from those failures, and you can choose to be the hero of your own movie right now. Write down your goals. Write down things you want to improve. Write down things you won't tolerate from yourself. Write down things that you've done in the past that you never want to see yourself do again. And go forth from here as the hero of your own movie.
If you think the price of winning is too high, wait till you get the bill from regret.
Everybody just wants to be comfortable. Everybody wants to sit in the car. I don't want to go outside, it's cold. I don't want to do this, it's hot. Like, you've got to do things that you don't want to do because you show your body that your mind is the boss. Your mind is telling your body what to do, and then you have control.
Every morning when you get up, say over and over to yourself, do it now, do it now, do it now. I do it now, do it now. Whenever you have this tendency to procrastinate, program your subconscious mind with this automatic conditioned command, do it now, do it now, do it now.
I don't care how good you are in anything, you don't have discipline, you ain't nobody.
Right.
You're nothing without discipline, because you give up under the slightest struggle without discipline. I mean, discipline is doing what you hate to do, but do it like you love it.
Is that when it feels scary to jump, Ian, that is exactly when you jump. Otherwise, you end up staying in the same place your whole life. And that I can't do.
How bad do you want this? If it's as bad as you want to live or breathe or sleep, whatever the hell it may be, I can work with you. But a lot of people, most people don't want it that badly, which is why they always ask the question, man, how did you get to where you are? You know how to do it. You know exactly how to be you or how to be me. You don't want to do it. So I can't make you do it, nor do I have the time or energy to force you into that place that I know you have to be to do it. There's no luck in this game, man. It may be a little bit of luck, but the luck happens after you bust your ass and you put yourself in that lucky situation. Luck doesn't happen. You put yourself in that situation where luck might happen.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood.
Is that hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men. Soft men create hard times. We are now around soft men and hard times.
You know, there comes a day, man. Everyone's gonna have this day. There comes a day where being average, being mediocre is just sickening to you. It's just sickening. It makes you want to throw up. Because you've seen people with far less talent than you. As you're growing up with them, their childhood buddies, whatever else, they didn't have what you had. Yet now they're become something that you haven't. There comes that day. It's either when you're young, you know, and it strikes you on the baseball field because you're sick of striking out, or it's when you get fired from your 5th job, you know, and your wife and kids are on your ass because you don't know how to support them anymore. There comes a day where push comes to shove, where being mediocre, being like average and just burns. It sucks so much. You can't deal with it one more day, and you get off your ass. And you create something that's always been there. It's always been inside of you trying to come out. But you've never wanted to unwrap it because there's too much pain and commitment. You were scared you were going to fail. You were scared if you started, you never finish it. You didn't want to tell anyone about it. You knew it was there, but you never wanted to embark on it until something hits. You get fired or somebody else gets success, remind you of what you could have been. And then the spark is born. And no matter what happens, I'm never going to be in this boat again. And you get up and you go, even if it gets knocked down, you just keep going, you're a wild man. And life has never been so sweet. That can happen at an early age, it can happen at a later age. It's going to happen to somebody no matter what, it's going to happen to you. And when it does happen to you, thank your lucky stars that finally you're alive. It's time to unwrap the potential you can be. Superior, man. It's within you. It's within every single one of us. And the people that have risen to that level were no different than any one of us. It's just they believed it and they're willing to work their ass off to get it.
The easiest thing in the world to do is to complain, blame, and quit and settle. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. But it takes real work to deconstruct and to reconstruct the thought process and the mindset of an individual when they're trying to change something. That's why I always say to people, what's more important, what we acquire or who we become?
Everybody has a turn back moment. You have a moment where you can go forward or you can give up. But the thing you have to keep in mind before you give up is that if you give up, the guarantee is it will never happen.
Wait when things go completely to pieces, when things are the worst, when your very best deal falls apart and your rent is late and you're tired and you're sick and everybody is mad at you and your car doesn't work, then it's the person that picks themselves up and says, nothing is going to stop me. You know, the best quality in the world that you can develop, and I give it to you because I made it my life's habit to develop this quality. I hope I've got it, but I don't know for sure. But the quality is to develop the quality of being unstoppable.
On all those bad days and all those days you don't want to do, you have to be your own motivator, your own coach, your own trainer, your own everything. So to do that, you have to come into work, and work is, whatever your work may be, ready to go. And what that means is you may have failed miserably yesterday, but you come to work like, people are like, man, you just lost everything. How the hell are you this damn motivated? Because this is what it takes. This is what the it takes. And you got to get it from wherever you can. Whether you make up this illusion of your life or this false reality that gets you motivated, whatever gets you motivated, it's got to be here at the tip of your brain at all times. Because in those dark moments, you got to pull it out. So that's the big thing for me, man. I was always fired up at all times.
No matter how rough it gets, I will never quit, and nothing will ever stop me. Make the decision that you can be tired, you can be worn out, but nothing is ever going to stop you.
Don't
settle. Make sure that whatever life that you want, you strive for that. You make sure you go for that. Don't let anyone tell you it's not possible. Don't let anyone tell you that it's not practical. You make sure that you go for it. You hungry? You want it? Then get it. Get that. I went to a homeless shelter to get what I have now. I went to a homeless shelter. I struggled. I went hungry 3 nights in a row every week to get what I have. Don't let no one stop you. No one tell you what the do. You make sure you get it. Don't let no one stop you, all right? You're driven, your energy that you need, the drive you need to get it, you pull that from yourself. Because when you pull it from yourself, no one can influence it. Just you.
What would have had to have happened in a week for you to look back on that week with pride? Okay, maybe stop breaking promises to yourself. When you say, I'm going to wake up tomorrow at 7 a.m., and when the option comes to hit the snooze button, don't do it. There's one win that you've got for the day. That's action.
The path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that or bemoaning it, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
The thing is with me is I don't give up. I don't give a I don't give a shit what anybody says or what anybody thinks. I have this mindset. I know exactly who the I am. I have my circle of people that I hang around with who know me and know what I'm about and whatever. And anybody else who doesn't like it or doesn't want it, fucking bad.
And you learn from those mistakes. Those failures that you have are so consequential, and then you don't want that to happen again. So you got to be either quit or get way better.
And then the next day comes and you're back playing again, and you understand that life has this cyclical nature where it's, what you do on Monday is fantastic, but then Tuesday is a bad day. But guess what? There's Wednesday. Yeah. So are we just supposed to live our lives like this the whole time? Versus just staying like this and understanding that it's really just a journey of evolution every day. It's just constant improvement, constant curiosity, constantly getting better. The results don't really matter. It's the figuring out that matters.
Yeah, and we all get obsessed about the results. Like, we get obsessed about the output, not the input, of not figuring it out and not changing things. What you said, trial and error, the experiment.
And for people that see someone who's a beast, who's done great things, you just assume that they're different than you.
Right.
But then you hear about your insecurities and your pitfalls and all the things that went wrong with you, and you realize, well, God, but those are the same things that go wrong with me. Maybe I have that inside of me and I've just never summoned it.
Right. And I'll tell you this, I started really realizing that when I started overcoming myself, I started getting around these real alpha males. And I always put people way above me when I was growing up. My God, they had to have a lot more than me to get to where they're at. And a lot of them did. But once you get around the best of the best of the best people, you can kind of start breaking them down and realizing, man, you're just as f***ed up as me.
There's a great feeling in overcoming these difficult things, because life is never this just constant state of, I'm at a 9 all day, and when I'm with my wife, I hit 10. Yay! And I stay like that. That's not real. When it comes down to how long can you stay in that pool, when it comes down to how far can you run, when it comes down to how much can you push yourself past the part where you want to quit, how far can you keep going, there's a purity in that it dissolves social order, all what people think about you goes out the window. It's who are you right now?
That's right.
Who are you right now?
That's a true statement, man. And I look at it as psychological warfare. And that's where I started learning that life is one big psychological warfare that you play on yourself. You play on yourself, man. The most important conversation I ever had is with myself. And the I was telling myself was so tough, it was so wrong, it was so misguided. And other people start to write that dialogue for you also. And it starts to be what you say to yourself every single day. And I started creating a whole nother warfare, a whole nother battle started becoming. I was like, oh, hang on a second, Goggins. You have these tools.
The human organism, the animal that we are, needs constant stimulation because it evolved trying to find food and escape enemies.
You have these tools. Your life was basically the perfect grounds for training for where you need to go in your life.
And find shelter, escape nature, escape the elements, try to survive. And this is the great joy that you have in taking care of your children, that you can protect your children from the elements and the enemies and feed them. And it's also the great sadness that you see in losers.
All the beatings, all the bullying, all the, you going through learning disabilities, all the struggles. It was the absolute perfect training ground for you to go to where you need to go.
When I see a loser, I see some guy who's 43 years old, lives in his parents' basement, he hates the world. I'm like, that was a baby. Man, this is a baby that somebody just gave nutrients to, whether it's nutrients in the forms of food or in the form of thoughts and ideas and examples. And this kid developed these horrible, self-defeating patterns of behavior that have led them to this point where they're this middle-aged person with no future and no idea of how to get out of this rut and probably never will escape it and might just wind up sucking on a gun. This is the world that we live in today. And I think part of that world is because we have been fed this line of horse that you're supposed to seek comfort. And I don't think you are.
And that's how I started looking at my life versus woe is me, poopy pants, kick a rock down the street mentality. It was, God just hooked you right the fuck up. He hooked you right up, man, with the perfect place. You were training for the first 18, 19, 20, you were training for this stuff, man. You have the advantage of everybody else versus, my God, they're so above me. They came from a great family. Mom and dad love them. They didn't have to learn, they didn't stutter, they didn't struggle. No, man, your struggle is what made you who you are now.
Through that struggle, I will now have a better day, and I better do it again tomorrow or do something else, because if I just think, well, tomorrow I'm just going to coast and eat Twinkies and watch TV. Oh, hello, sad.